All right, everybody, we are back with Super D&D Season 5, Episode 10, all the way back up to it. And also, it seems like it's just lined up perfectly because your favorite number is 10. Right, Caroline? So, Caroline and Moogles probably have some announcements for you, some big ones that some of you have already seen, but go for it. That's not an announcement. That's not an announcement, Caroline.
Do you want me to get it, Kara?
I got it. The thing is up.
The thing? Yes. All right.
The-
well, Moogles,
the
why
webtoon
don't you give it a
comic.
try?
Yeah, Super D&D on Webtoons has now uploaded. We are back, so if you haven't seen the comic yet, I highly recommend it.
To the rescue! It's up for
Yes,
now.
yes, yes.
We are absolutely back at a bi-weekly schedule, so catch us in 2 weeks on the
20th.
20th of
That.
this month for episode 4, Misfits and Monsters.
I felt like you were about to say Mondstadt somewhere in there
You
because
know-
you play
I'm
Genshin.
gonna say Monsters and Monsters, but the next one is called Misfits and Monsters, so we're excited.
It'll be great. I'm
Caroline
super
plays too much.
excited.
You know, it will be super exciting because we'll maybe actually
Either
make
that
it
or
inside the
you've been
building.
hearing too much Genshin.
You know, you
Karen's
guys are on
excited
the
to be in the building.
doorstep. You
I
guys are on the
think everyone
doorstep.
that- Okay, listen. Your guys'
Y'all gonna be like hot
first episode
potatoes.
of this damn D&D was literally this.
Don't worry,
So,
I will just change my
don't
writing
blame
to
me,
skip
Kier.
through the entire
blame
thing.
you.
No, why are you
It's
blaming
fine.
here?
Because
Blame
he was
me.
part of the original cast.
Blame me. I'm the one that put them there.
Screw
I'll take
all of
full
y'all. I'm
blame.
just chilling
Don't
already
worry.
in the building.
By the next episode, Kier, they'll be in hell already. Got it.
Okay, sounds good. That's
Alright.
the most exciting
Just an
part
additional-
Is
anyway.
that how this works? Is that how this works? Because I don't know the full story, but I
we're
get
gonna-
to see a little
we're
bit
gonna do-
more.
We're gonna do 100% just a time skip that just
No.
goes all over the place, and we go back.
ready,
in
Kira?
time
You ready,
and
Kira?
forward, all over the place.
There's
We
gonna
jump
be
over to Monday
flashbacks
for a
and
random episode for
flash-forwards.
no reason.
Oh,
Alright.
Yo,
Yeah.
flashbacks?
Really quick.
Flashbacks?
Just a quick update, because we are supposed to do a commentary version for Patreon, and that will be uploaded soon. Technically should have been uploaded earlier, but it wasn't. But we're getting back on track with some things behind the scenes, so expect that for anyone who is on Patreon to get a commentary version to see what was inside the head of Moogles as she was coloring, and Cullen as he was writing, and me as I was painfully drawing cars.
The only
The
problem-
cars look great. They were very easy to color.
It looks exactly like a person who doesn't live in the U.S. would draw a car,
Thank you. Thank you very
or
much.
the UK,
Just a
or
reminder,
Australia.
I do not have a driver's license.
Makes
You
no
know-
sense.
No, I think.
And
all
I
the
don't have a
cars look
car.
great. It's just every scene was a different car.
Yes!
And with that, we'll jump over to the art montage, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Yay.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to be rude. My name is Jonathan.
How you get in my house?
Okay, I'll tell you, but you gotta promise not to get mad. I took your doorknob off.
Get out of my house!
I told you not to get mad.
All right,
Then
everybody.
start.
We are back. As people are not letting me properly start because they're being memers and degenerates. And there's Beatles. But anyway, last time on episode 9, we had the mop rally began, which was complete and utter chaos because of the fact that many people that were going to attend then got escorted out of the city. But then the people that remained were only supposed to be about 50, but then it jumped up to nearly 5,000 people. A lot of them sneaking back into the city from various means or using their media, abusing their media passes and things like that to actually go and ask questions. Mop's crew and the people that he had organizing it did a generally pretty good job of keeping them from being able to ask too many questions, but there was definitely a bunch of stupid questions from people that went through, a bunch of actually really insightful ones that had questions that are good to distribute to the people. We cut away then to where Ash is talking with Kari in his office. They have talks of his home, desire demons in general, and his hatred and where it was placed, as well as Ashley's. They also talk about Osiris and Kari's opinion and interactions with him. And then, as Ash is leaving, she does have a conversation with Osiris, who just ominously says as she's leaving, "Make sure your friends are all right." She leaves, texts the group chat, and gives them a call. And they basically just come to the conclusion that they all hate Osiris collectively in one way, shape, or form before they all head back. And then Soup calls Ian to then talk to Ashley, then realize he called Ian. So Ashley just kind of crawls onto Ian's shoulders to push her face up against his head to talk to Soup, which definitely went well. But after that conversation, Ash also had a bit of time updating the group about Kari and Osiris, and they also talked about possibly helping Kari and how he might not be doing that great, his pride possibly being shattered. And they also talk a little bit about Queen Rose and how she might be doing, and possibly getting things like that set up. However, they did have a dinner to go to, so they didn't want to rush over there right away, as they did want to make sure Zoe was able to go out and see some things. Zoe did have some time with Crafts, with Arya, as well as was able to meet Minerva and social workers and kind of had an interview with them, as some of them all headed off to Minerva's place. So Zoe was in a new environment, and the social workers were very good at their jobs and making her seem a little bit more comfortable. They did end up having a dinner with Soup after our break, and he asked some questions. They had some small talk. Vivi and Zoe had a little bit of a bonding moment where they would share things or color together. And Cortez sent an email over about power weapons, as well as Cortez calls and talks with Silver Lady. And then Mop and Ian find Wrath before the dinner and bring him along as well and show everybody his new form. At the end of the dinner, they all had worked together to get all of the brackets for the Fight of Our Lives tournament, or that was originally just going to be the Fight Club, all set up, as everybody kind of knows who's on their teams, and that gets sent out to the other heroes that are participating. Most of them that had signed up getting to participate. We pick up as everybody is preparing to leave. You said goodbye to Soup and Vivi and Bombay for the most part. And you see that you are now at the exit. It's still raining a good bit, and Zoe not wanting to leave. So that is where we pick up at the beginning. It's about 8:30 in the evening. Rain has died down a good bit, but not stopped by any means.
Is the thundering still going?
No, just like a moderate to light rain.
Got it.
So
You're on the lobby of Soup's restaurant.
gotcha. So are you all gonna go back the same way you came in? And he gestured towards Athena, Minerva,
Minerva's
and
not here.
Sorry. Well, I guess Athena, Arya, and
Also, I think your mic is crackling
Ashley?
just a little bit. But yeah.
is it?
Yeah, just like a very faint static.
Oh,
But yeah. Yeah.
God dang it.
So would he still gesture to Arya, Athena, and Ash, knowing that Minerva is not there to take them back presently?
Yeah, because I know the child's with us, so, and I know that's how they got there.
Gotcha. Still crackling, by the way.
I'll try to fix that.
Gotcha. So as Cortez says that,
I will look to the other two.
Don't know.
And what does Zoe look? Is she scared right now?
Zoe looks a little nervous on edge, but she also looks kind of full and sleepy.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna kneel down to Zoe.
Okay.
Zoe,
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted, we could try going out through the rain in a car. Back to the house.
Cars are the driving things.
Mm-hmm. They have a roof over them, and you're not outside when you're in them. Not really.
They go fast, though, right?
Yes, they would get us there quite quickly. And you could look out the window and be safe.
I do have another suggestion if you did want to hear it.
Sure.
Ian is very fast. I'm pretty sure if you close your eyes and just didn't think about it, you'd be home in just a second.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look at Ashley like.
Ian's
No.
gonna look at Ashley like, what? That doesn't sound like a good idea.
That's
No,
true.
Do you
no.
understand the concept of whiplash?
But it's not that bad.
For you.
Because he
Think
doesn't
about
want it
who
to
you
be that
are.
bad.
That doesn't mean anything, right? I mean, it's really not
Ash.
that bad.
I'm going to teach you how to take care of a kid so you don't kill your child.
No,
Ash,
don't worry. That's why I'm here.
What? It can't be
Ash.
that crazy.
I'm
She
serious.
folds her arms together.
You have to remember, we have dealt with a lot more and have, been hit harder.
I don't want to go fast anyway. Thanks, though. I want to go slow.
Okay.
A car's not as fast, but it is quicker than walking and being out in the rain. Would you like to try that?
Maybe.
Arya and I.
Ah, it's a bomb.
Oh shit. Soup's
Not fucking
place the bomb.
fire! Fire!
God damn it, Soup, you burned another thing!
Damn it! Not the plain rice! No!
Plain rice got burnt.
Motherfucker. So, Ian, can I borrow like $100,000?
No.
Why not?
What do you need that
Testing,
much money
testing.
for?
Oh no, that's bad.
For a certain someone's birthday.
They're broke, Jeffrey.
I'm aware they're broke. They've always been broke.
I'm not broke. I'm just saving money.
Ah, so you're cheapskate. Got it.
I'm not cheap.
Do you use
Well,
coupons?
you're trying to get me to buy you.
Arya, do you use coupons?
No,
Discounts?
no.
Of course, we get everything for free. Like, what do you mean?
Technically, yes, because
Our
yeah, they
discount.
give it away for free. So.
Cheapskate.
It's not cheap.
Oh, it's cheap. Are you telling me that
it's
you don't
100%.
tip like everyone $1,000?
Bitch, I tip everybody.
Yeah, but
How
$1,000.
much?
He cringed at me when I tipped a man $100 for giving me a lemonade.
Okay, I would have tipped 1,000. You're kind of cheap.
I'm not.
You know when I went to go get clothes for Zoe, the guy there, like, they're for free, but I just dropped 1,000 because I felt like it.
Well, none of them give me their freaking cash apps anyway.
I bet Arya probably spends a lot more on teaching stuff for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't even need to use it, so you have to. I don't have a class. But now I do. Teaching Ashley how to take care of their damn kid.
Honestly, I think you're doing a parenting class and actually teaching children.
I know.
Yeah, respectfully, I don't need help.
Yeah, you're fine.
You have the internet.
I have
That's
every parenting class at my fingertips.
Yeah, that's okay. It's your fiance that I'm worried about here.
I just figured that she wouldn't like be around. You know, she does hero work, so like she wouldn't be around as
So
often.
do you?
And we both know I'm gonna retire as soon as possible. This is a lot of work.
Right, you say that every time.
Yeah, but every time I say that, something happens.
So you can't.
One of
You
these
see where
days,
I'm
something's
getting at?
not gonna happen.
You're a cyborg, Ian.
Yeah, and I'll come out of retirement when I get bored of not being in retirement.
So you're constant. Are you literally being like a boy band?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
A
die.
one-man boy band?
Like, listen, if you're gonna live forever, like, I feel like retirement would get boring
June
after a
bugs?
while.
The what?
The June bugs.
June bugs were the. Yeah. No, they didn't go in retirement. They actually went or like came out. They like went in and out, or they stayed. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, if you were gonna live forever, I feel like it'd get pretty boring pretty quick.
Maybe.
So you'll make your.
Bad. I
own
didn't mean to
like
be
the
rude.
June bugs.
My name is Jonathan.
I mean, you could be like the
Okay,
burgundy
I'll tell
fox.
you, but you gotta promise not to get mad. I took your doorknob off.
Get out of my house!
I told you not to get mad.
No, not body swap, body snatch.
Yeah,
Hi. Hey. Well, not really body snatch. It's just a little more like.
No, you're
eating my
right.
soul.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Man,
My
remember
body was
Snatch?
snatched.
Your body got
I'm so mad.
deviously licked off
I'm
the
so mad.
streets of Arvale.
I'm so mad.
right?
It was off the building, you bitch, and you're the one who made it go away.
You fucker is the reason this is a problem.
What the fuck is happening?
Ma'am, my ears. Ma'am,
Ma'am, this is not a chili.
Yo, we're gonna have to rectify that one with an angelic you after this one.
ma'am, you're currently outside of the Red Bull mini fridge. I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down.
my bad. I didn't mean to be rude. My name is Jonathan.
How you get in my house?
Okay, I'll tell you, but you gotta promise not to get mad. I took your doorknob off.
Get out of my house!
I told you not to get mad.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We are back. We had a intruder. It was Poke. He was trying to burn down our house again.
I was thinking it was
That was
Shambros.
Poke Blade,
Shambros.
not Poke.
Poke Blade. Yeah, same thing, really. Regardless,
You're right.
we are back. You're trying to. You finally get. We'll say you guys get the car. For those of you that want to take the car with Zoe, is enough to seat everybody easily enough with a longer kind of limo. There is a
whole
seat,
limo.
essentially, that's for Zoe. Doesn't like the idea of it, but agrees with it. And she kind of doesn't look out the window. She walks outside with you for a moment, but she keeps her head down. And it's dark, so it's like a little cloudy, so she can't see too much. For some reason, that's more comforting for her than the bright sky that she saw before. But she closes her eyes for the most part. Just and you get home, and she doesn't want to get out of the car.
Aww, poor baby.
Finally, eventually do coax her out, and then she pretty quickly passes out.
If need be, I'll put my wings over her to block the rain from hitting her little face.
I'll
She's good with that.
Yeah, I'll even like help her so that she doesn't have to like touch the ground with her feet either if she really doesn't want to.
So deep.
I'll work with Aria.
Yeah, you guys get her in bed, and everybody's able to get their rest for the night as they choose. Is anybody not resting currently at the moment?
I'll get a full rest this time. Why not?
I'm not.
Did I get my car? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have the car.
Okay, cool.
You got your car, don't worry.
Yeah,
Oh,
napping
good.
sounds good then.
But is it repaired?
Now I'll figure it out.
It's like functional if you're Jeffrey.
Because I remember it was missing a wheel and
Wheel, front bumper, rear bumper, bent in a couple different places. The axles on the bottom are bent in weird ways, and the car doesn't start.
Well, my dad was a mechanic, so that must mean I got something out of that.
duct tape.
More duct tape.
All right. So-
I think
Okay.
if anything, I'm probably gonna send the message to Rose and then just call it there. I'm like, all right,
Okay.
and gather up my courage for tomorrow.
I did my job.
Alrighty.
I did, but
Mom would probably, probably want to try doing the thing, the celestial, trying to get the celestial again formed.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it hasn't quite been that full day that you need it to be. So you see that he tries again and is not quite able to do it because he did it in the morning of this same day.
I think I did it at nighttime.
You did it? Did you do it at nighttime?
Yeah, and then we went to bed,
Gotcha,
and then
that's
woke
right.
up.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So, You see as you pull back into that floating asteroid field and vague stars out behind you with that dark storm off in front of you. You see that the corruption, that darkness, that dark entity, the Dark One, ominously sits as you approach. Your wings about you, in your form that's in between that would have been of Moonlia, as well as yourself. What do you do?
I had an idea, but I'm not sure if it will work. Is the world he is in right now, or whatever thing it is, can he control it like he probably would have been in the celestial realm, like move you know, the rubble and all those giant boulders and whatnot?
Maybe. Do you want to try?
He'd like to try you know, somewhat from, you know, past memory, trying to rebuild what this whole scene was, instead of or like repair it, I suppose, putting everything back together.
Okay. Roll as you see that as he reaches out his hands to try. Doesn't seem like it is a dream or something that's moldable, like the celestial realm or the silent realm. Whatever this is seems to be more physical, more real than a lot of his other visions. Doesn't seem to work.
All right.
Asteroid starts to float by you to the current one that you're landing on, and begins to make a course that would crash right into you. Roll me a
Try to
d20.
dodge that. Oh boy, let's see how good my rolls are today.
Sounds like
It's
a
a
good
nat
start.
1.
So you see that as you were
Let's heckin'
focusing
go.
and trying,
Oh my god.
you look forward and then into you, and you are smushed and flown off into space, and you are knocked out of the vision once more.
God damn it.
There's something about the level of vision that you're experiencing. This one is one of the later ones. While there isn't a particular order you have to do these in, it seems like this is the second hardest or one of the hardest ones for you to unlock. It might be more beneficial to start with some of the others, is what Mop's getting the feeling of. It feels it in his soul, feels it in his very core of his being.
I see. Okay.
So, that being said, you go towards your room, or maybe you were in your room already. But Seamus is not anywhere to be found, as he's still out searching, keeping an eye on Osiris and Kari.
All right.
That being said, everybody that needs it gets their long rest. The day comes through, and the morning starts to arrive. Cortez, you being one of the first people to be up, along with Ian and Ashley, but we'll start with Cortez.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Probably gonna just wait. Or, actually, nah, he's gonna head out.
Okay. Where
Gonna
is
head
he
out to the, offices of Silver Lady.
Okay. You start
And,
heading out over there.
And I guess I'm still waiting on a message or a call back from Thalia about any potential candidates.
Okay. You see that as you get up and head back, there's no response from Thalia in the way of confirmation, only that nothing with sunlight would be quite available, anything yet in Uniforta, as a lot of, at least currently in the vicinity, because there's not 8 hours of light in the day right now of full sunlight. Not until at least like, I mean, maybe you could in the right circumstances, but not with the rain and clouds that have been having. So while it's not necessarily the hardest one in the world, the main challenge is the weather and climate that you're in. And she doesn't
Just have someone fly over the clouds. Easy.
maybe, but at this moment, she doesn't have anyone in particular that is overly, overly responsive candidate for it. And she also doesn't know how likely people will want to do it, especially if they're already heroes, when they have a chance of dying if it doesn't work out.
But that was only for the pincushion.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't bring that one up.
Gotcha. All right. You head out. You head over to the Silver Ladies town, getting there around like 5:30 in the morning.
Let's go.
For yourself. And you see that it's already kind of up and moving. A lot of the people that are actively there, roaming around, are largely AIs and maybe a couple, two or three human staff. It's hard to fully tell. But you do find your way and make your way over to Silver Lady pretty quickly. Good morning, Cortez.
Buenos dias.
What can I do for today, specifically?
He takes out the one of Gabrielle's bullet and shows it. I want this to be analyzed to see if we can use this in some way to our advantage.
She goes over and you see that she kind of waves her hand and then like a little arm just comes up and grabs it gently and puts it over into like a little field where it just starts to float as energy is kind of warping around it, and it seems like a screen kind of comes up, and she flicks her hand again and a table with more screens kind of fold out from the ground around it, and she starts looking at them. She presses a couple things actually on the keypad, and a couple different devices and wires and different scanners come out, getting right into the work of it. Cortez could try to read them as best it can, but like a lot of it is just different numbers and data without context. He doesn't have much understanding of what it could be. You're welcome to stay if you want, but based on the initial scans, it is not going to be a quick process, that's for sure. I'll need at least a few hours.
That's fine. I can wait here.
May I ask you a question while I am waiting for this?
Hesitantly. Está bien. Go ahead.
What do you make of Wrath, by the way?
Ashley seems to trust him. So I'll put my faith in her trust.
She kind of sighs slightly. I try to do that as well, but something about him just unnerves me, personally. But that could just be myself.
If it was the way I used to feel before, then I would have immediately tried to eliminate him.
Understood. That puts me slightly at ease. Well, let me keep you working. And she goes back to what she was doing. You see she's also working on a couple different projects, seemingly with the living metal, demon metal, and the celestial metal. Largely more on the demon and celestial metal. And she seems to have the one, like some small pieces of living metal that she's using as reference points for some things, but she's trying to use it very limitingly, and she seems to be doing something else more on them overall. like while the demon in celestial metal, she seems to be doing something more experimental, more creating of some sort, or kind of testing different solutions. It seems like living metal, she's doing something else entirely. She also seems to be looking over a bit of blueprints, and the only reason you notice it is because it's the same company. Let me look through my notes so I can actually write. No, wrong one. I have too many sections of notes. So over here, I'm basically, until I can find the name, it's the company that Miyoko. Oh my god.
Mihoyo.
Shush, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say
Your
nothing.
girlfriend's corrupting you.
Ay,
Your love is corrupt.
Miyoko. It's the Anzen no Saikatsu, which is the same company he remembers seeing on her T-shirt that she was wearing. And that's the
And
tech
I'm
company.
sorry, it was
that's the tech company. It seems to be some kind of blueprints that Silver Lady is reading over.
trying to find that name.
Mio was the other, was the fully cyborg, woman from Karana.
Okay, that's the one. Okay, that's fine. I don't have to scroll through notes. You just told me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. That one he would remember. Because it hasn't really been that long.
Yeah. I guess while he's waiting, he'll ask, "What is it that you are working on right now?"
Well, I'm working on a number of things. Still trying to make sure that living metal and demon metal works the way it's intended and the way I believe it does, with various different tests. The living metal, I'm trying to find a way to uncreate it in a way, trying to destroy it and release the souls, I guess, in one way or another. And then I have been recently received a number of blueprints from technology from Karana. So I'm working to see if I can understand it and possibly utilize it for the safety of everything here and the doors of this, for those that are not powered, or even maybe some that are.
Could you give me a piece of raw living metal?
If you like, give me a second. She touch something, and you see a little bit later a floating, almost little drone-like thing, but it really makes no sound. Comes over and just drops it over, and a little tray opens up with a small USB-sized stick of living metal.
Nice. I grab it.
It flies off.
And because of what I remember from what Jeffrey told us, that apparently it's depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I will use empathic visions on it.
Yay! We got there in the end.
When Poke is so bad at knowing emotions, he doesn't know how to say empath.
You see that as he's kind of looking it over and feeling
Empathetic.
Emotions, you see that depressed was probably an understatement from Jeffrey. Now that he's kind of feeling it, there is sheer fear and agony and despair. So yeah. He takes a couple minutes doing that.
It would appear Jeffrey wasn't exaggerating when the living metal is said to feel. What was the word he used? impressed, I think.
Well, that is not a surprise. Consider they are trapped souls in an unknown space.
With the celestial metal, what are the products of from using living metal?
I do not believe, no. They are more the energy of celestials, functioning the same way as a living human soul would on living metal.
I'm curious now. I want to pour celestial energy into living metal just to see if that affects the feelings in any way.
Okay. Roll me just a d20 for me.
All right. 16.
16. You see as you pour some of your celestial energy into it, you see there's like a vibration and a hum that kind of just doesn't dissipate. It's just kind of like vibrating on the floor or on in your palm.
Mm. And how does it affect the feelings?
No change. Just the
I
metal.
see.
It seemed to affect more the metal itself.
And all it's doing is vibrating, or does it feel like the energy is now stuck in the living metal?
It seems like it might be.
What do you think would happen if you infuse celestial or demonic energy in the already soul-filled living metal?
Well, I have tried combining celestial and demonic metal, and they do not mix, to no one's surprise. They exploded very quickly when I tried it in a safe environment, fortunately. But I have not tried much as a living metal. I don't imagine much would happen, as I do not believe the same function of the source is compatible with each other. They simply do not matter from celestial to living or radiant into that. There may be some fusion, but I do not believe it affects the souls that are already there.
All right, he's gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
I'll just type in what I learned from that.
Gotcha. Does he keep that piece of metal or no?
He does not.
Okay. Okay. So, that being said, a few hours do go by, and we'll definitely slide the clocks back a little bit if we need to. But you see that she does a number of different scans on the device that was Gabrielle's, and then eventually finds that, looking at the data, Cortez, come over here, please.
He walks over.
You see, looking at the screens and stuff like that, there's not a lot of readings. So from what I am able to tell, there's no energy in this, but it seems that it would be able to store energy of some sort. Not that unlike the way that celestial metal is, but it seems to be more of a device used specifically for holding energy of sorts. I believe it can only hold celestial energy, but there's something off about it. Something molecular in its structure seems to have changed or been disconnected. And I'm not sure what that would be.
Disconnected in what way?
I do not know. It seems that it's disconnected from the source. You said you got this from where again?
Frick, where did I get these from?
You got them from Ian from Gabrielle.
God dang, I forgot to write it down. I got them from Ian.
And Ian got them from where?
Gabrielle. I believe is when they had their fight.
I see. So, if they are disconnected from Gabrielle for some reason, maybe because they were already used and the energy was expelled. But as of right now, it's a metal container made of not quite living metal or celestial metal that would be able to hold different amounts of energy.
And how much energy is it able to store?
I am unable to determine as my systems do not track as high as it can go.
Is there a way to reconnect it somehow?
I am unsure of this. This is all new technology.
Está bien, gracias. I'll be going now.
Alright. I'll talk to you later, I suppose.
Take the bullet and
Gotcha.
I head back.
In the meantime, next to wake up is Ashley and Ian. Around, same time, around 4 in the morning. Their usual.
Cool.
Cool.
Are you doing anything or just kind of waiting for people to get up?
Yeah, probably just waiting for people to get up.
We can find something else to busy ourselves with.
Ash, roll me a perception, because it's a little bit something you might notice, but it's not that. It's kind of subtle. Okay, as you're kind of waking up with Ian. You know the thing that I messaged you.
Okay.
Okay, there's that.
I guess I'll mention it.
Okay.
Ashley kind of does it. Zoe's awake.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Shouldn't she be sleeping? It's 4 a.m. Isn't that like a weird time to be up for a kid?
I mean, maybe a little, but I'm not that concerned about it.
What if she needs help going back to bed or something? You just let her me?
She'll be fine, trust me. And if anything happens, I can be up there before you can even blink.
Yeah, but you could also do things before to prevent anything bad from happening, right?
I think you're worrying too much.
I'm just saying. I'm nervous because there's a kid in the house and they're awake now.
Kids are resilient.
Depending on the kid. You were definitely no easy walk in the park.
I was very resilient, thank you very much.
Oh, Ian. Maybe I should tell. No, Ian should. I could probably no. Well, I mean,
if you're that worried, just go peek your head in. My God.
What? You want to come with me?
No. Again, I think she's fine. You just peek your head in. If all looks fine, then congratulations, mission successful.
She'll tiptoe her way up to Zoe's.
Roll me a stealth check. Pretty good. So as you're kind of stealthing through, tiptoeing very quietly through the halls, you hear the front door open and close.
I don't sense anyone though.
Cortez is leaving.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, is there a heartbeat associated, or I just hear the sound?
Yeah, the door just opens and closes by itself.
Yeah, that's when I'm like, who? Ambrose?
No.
Yes.
Oh wait, no,
so I
Enarugi's on our
actually-
couch. Enarugi.
You look down and you see Enarugi is still laying there, and you feel it must be Cortez leaving. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, I could.
I do have my sensible mask up today, so.
Oh, so maybe she might not. Never mind. That changes things. The door opens and closes.
Trained will also hide his smell, sounds, heat signature, mental presence, and soul presence, but not a heartbeat. Thank you. That's still.
Sounds, heat signature, mental presence, and soul presence. Yep, can feel your heartbeat. That's it.
That's fine.
I don't smell. I don't do anything else though. It is interesting. She'll still knock her head and be like, "Wow, he's hard to." Only a heartbeat, nothing else.
You're like,
couldn't
I think
even
that's
hear
Cortez. I think.
Yeah, couldn't even. Yeah, exactly.
Must
like,
be.
whoa.
Everybody else is in the room. I think. Maybe it was Am. No, it was definitely Cortez. As you peek your head into Zoe's room, you see that she just.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
I'm polite. I knock a little, and then I peek my head in.
Do you wait for a response, or do you just knock and enter?
I guess I'll softly knock and I'll wait for a response. She's an old enough child.
You see, there isn't a response for a moment. The door swings open slightly, not enough to see into the room, but just opens by itself.
I'll be like, "Hey, Zoe, it's me. I just felt you were up."
I'm sorry, she says, not from near the door, from on her bed across the room.
What are you apologizing for? And I'll take that opportunity to kind of poke my head in,
I didn't mean
like
to
move the door a bit.
wake you up.
No, I normally wake up at this time. I don't need to sleep for very long, is what I mean to say.
I don't sleep very well. I don't.
Very
think
well.
Bad dreams.
Oh no. Can I come in?
I mean, you already kind of did.
Well, it's just my head. I don't want it to be polite. It's your room.
Just thinks about that for a second, like, my room. That's weird.
I'm giving her respect.
And she kind of shudders, thinking about that as well.
Yeah, you could come in.
I'll come in. I'll close the door behind me. I'll go sit next to her on the bed.
Okay. You sit down.
I hate bad dreams. They suck.
Do you have bad dreams with two people?
What'd she say?
Do you have bad dreams with two people?
What does she mean by that?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her.
I guess she'll ask that first because it's a very interesting way of saying that, and she'll say, "What do you mean by that?"
Well, I mean, it's like kind of two. Never mind.
Are you talking about Sadie?
Maybe. I don't know where Sadie is.
You're right, though. There are two minds in here. And you're also right. Both of us do have nightmares. We've seen some pretty bad things.
I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing.
Sorry.
Nothing that you could have changed. It's okay. It's alright. What was your nightmare about?
It's the same one.
Same one. It's one that you've had before?
I'm being choked by Dad.
Oh.
He punches me in the face a couple times and I'll wake up. As I can't breathe.
You're cutting out a bit, by the way.
Because the sensitivity is so high, because you're loud.
You should be fine. I already changed the gain on your.
The Discord one. Shut up. She said, like, as I can't
breathe, I wake up.
That one sucks really bad. I'll show you what I do every time I have a nightmare and I wake up from it.
Kind of just looks at you, her in the dark room, her magenta eyes glowing slightly.
I guess with yours, we can spin it to be a bit different. Here. And she'll sit crisscross on the bed in front of her. Kind of pat her for her to sit up with her.
She pushes herself up with a. Her hair kind of falls in front of her face. You see, it's like her bangs are to the tip of her nose almost already.
I'll move her hair out of her face.
She moves it back. She seems to be
whatever.
trying to hide her eyes.
Okay. I guess with, I guess I'll show you my way of doing it, and then we can spin it to be your way of doing it. Do you trust me?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do an inspired action.
Okay. You murder her.
No, I'm not gonna murder.
Yes.
Her. Ashley grounds herself by zoning out all the other heartbeats she can hear and hearing her own, because no one else hears her own but hers, which is kind of sweet. In Zoe's case, I feel like grounding her to breathe would be better, but she is going to show her feeling the heartbeat. And if they can, like I've done this in battle before, if I can give her my heartbeat sense to sense mine and hers in this moment, can I do so?
Definitely try. Go ahead and roll me a concentration or focus, please. 24, not bad. You focus, you kind of give her that heartbeat sense for a moment to really.
I just want to show her what I can do. So it's like the big.
She kind of gasps slightly as it happens, but she comes back down.
This is my heartbeats. It's kind of the thing that I can do as a demon. I can feel yours all the time. That's how I knew you were up. But just the same way you're feeling mine. So when I have a nightmare and I wake up and I'm breathing fast and my heart's racing, I sit here and I focus. Breathe. And just listen to yourself. Because that's what matters most right now. Not the people who hurt you before. Not where you happen to be right now. Just who you are. Just who you are.
She closes her eyes and just kind of gets another sigh. And then breathes deeply. In and out.
Breathe with her.
In and out. And you see it gets to the point where she's breathing in longer than Ashley can breathe in. Kind of reminds her a little bit of like what Ambrose and Enorugi will do sometime. But as she breathes back out, the room gets cold. Like ice. There's this chill that goes down to Ashley's spine. She kind of catches her own breath, realizes that she was holding her own in that moment, releases out, and there's that condensation from cold. Like it dropped to 30 degrees in the room before Ashley even knew it.
I try to keep calm, but I take a look around, kind of snapping a bit out of it.
She immediately stops, feeling your confusion and panic, slight panic.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She looks around, her eyes wild from what you can see behind the bangs.
Just unexpected. Don't worry.
She kind of tucks her knees up and holds them.
Just like how you gotta get used to stuff, I gotta get used to stuff too. We all do. It's okay.
Her eyes seem to be tracking something in the room behind you.
I was trying to comfort her in that moment, and then I realized there's something else, and then I'll kind of slowly turn my head to see if I can see what she's looking at.
You see that she kind of tracks from the window towards the closet, from the outside of the house towards the inside. She looks at the
Zoe?
closet, and then there's nothing there.
Zoe, what are you looking at?
Nothing. Nothing.
Are you lying to me? Insight with my heartbeat sense. Is she lying to me?
Her heart is already such a flutter at this moment. It's hard to tell from
I
that.
can't sense
But you
that.
can roll me an insight if you like.
Oof. Tell me.
I'm gonna say that she's 100% lying about something, but it's almost she's trying to convince herself more than you. That's what you get from the natural 20.
Okay. Ash, if she can, will kind of hold Zoe's hand tightly for comfort in this case, and be like, Zoe, you're not alone. What are you seeing? It's okay.
She rips her hands away from yours, scampers back, and hides under the covers.
Oh. I kind of pat the covers, but now I'm scanning. I see nothing. I sense nothing but the cold. That's it.
Yeah, it's not even that cold anymore.
I'll just pat the covers. Trying to give her comfort, but I don't know how.
You see that you kind of just pat the covers, and after a couple minutes, she seems to be asleep again, based off her heartbeat.
Okay. I feel a little worried, which is new for Ashley. In this case, especially for a kid. So she will stay with Zoe until she wakes back up again. Sorry, Ian. It's weird, but she's gone for the morning.
So Ian, like 30 minutes go by, and Ashley's not back. Does he bother check in? What does he want to do?
These 30 minutes, he's like, what the hell is she doing?
So you didn't hear her go like back down the stairs or anything either, and she didn't come back. You don't smell her burning anything in the kitchen, so.
Ian's like, I'ma give her 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes go by.
He keeps saying that every other 5 minutes.
I'ma give her 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes go by.
All right, if she's not back here in 1 minute, maybe I'll do something.
Okay, 1 minute goes by.
Damn it. Then he do.
Roll me a stealth. Not that he needs it, but you know, just in case that one happens again.
You know what? Just because I only nat 1 in stealth mode, I'm gonna go into stealth mode for this exact reason.
No, 37.
Oh, hey, no, it's a 5 on the die.
You know, I mean, unless it was a 1, you're fine. You see, you stealth over. You see the door is closed again, and you think Ash, like, I mean, Ash is not in the hallway. She didn't go downstairs. She didn't come back to your room. So she's probably still in there.
Can I say something? If he's listening closely, Ashley's humming a little.
All right,
Not
roll
good
me
at it.
perception, Ian.
Perception, you
I'm
said.
still patting Zoe's back. Just comfortingly. Just a...
Oh, I'm in stealth mode. I get a better perception. Let's go. What the fuck?
The other one is a little fucked up, it seems. 132 on the roll.
Yo, can I get advantage?
I think there's not supposed to be a
Yeah,
2 there.
Both of these are messed up.
No.
Oh, it's just a D20 plus 13. Never mind. Never mind.
So with a 20, Ian does hear.
I don't have the
Dirty 20, dirty 20, dirty 20.
Faintly.
Okay, Ian is gonna creep into the room.
Okay.
You know, quietly, of course.
Ashley, roll
Ashley will look up at him.
You see the door open. You see that Ian's like a couple steps in the room before you even notice. He's so quiet.
I just smile. He sees Ashley is sitting next to what you would assume is Zoe underneath the covers, patting Zoe's back and humming barely. But she just smiles at him.
Ian's just like, what are you doing?
Shh. She had a nightmare. And then she saw something. And then Ashley just shrugs and then goes back to humming.
You
patting
worry
Zoe's
way too much, you know that?
Apparently, not enough. You want to join us?
No.
Okay. Did you need me for something?
I guess not. I just, figured we'd hang out.
So you were also worrying.
No. I was sitting up there for like 45 minutes waiting for you to return. That's kind of boring.
Sounds like worrying.
I don't have to take this. If I wouldn't...
I'll be in a few minutes then.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, it's the moment's past. I'm leaving.
How dare. Sarcastically.
Ian creeps out of the room.
She'll blow him a kiss.
He's too stealthy to be found with that kiss.
The kiss misses.
He hides from the kiss.
The kiss goes through everything. Don't worry.
It can't find me. I'm too stealthy. Even fate can't find me now.
Stupid.
Anyway.
I imagine just because
Arya!
Not awake quite yet.
You're not stealth.
I imagine just because he's in stealth mode, he like stays in stealth mode and then is just like creeping around the house, hiding from literally no one.
All over the place. So, as he is kind of stealthing around the house, is he doing anything in particular or just kind of meandering?
He's probably like meandering around the house while like just is on like chirp or something.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So, eventually, Arya and Mop wake up around, I'm gonna say like 7 in the morning, so a few hours later.
Breakfast!
Arya goes to make breakfast. No help from
Yeah.
Seamus today.
Oh. Okay. Hey, Narugi, you wanna help me make breakfast?
If you would like some help, I can.
I mostly need a lot of help for Mom. Steinar eats a whole bunches.
I thought he ate toaster strudel.
Well, he needs other nutrition as well, not just toaster strudels.
Oh. I know
I
very
like
little
that
about
much.
nutrition.
No, you need more nutrition, Steinar. Like eggs, bacon, I think, waffles, pancakes.
Yes to all of those.
So
See?
as Arya starts taking a little bit of help from Enarugi, Mop starts
Yeah.
waking up. Ian, you notice Ian is just kind of like quietly slinking around the house, like more quietly than he normally would. Just like you barely notice him. He's like a ghost for a second, and you're like, look back, it's like, oh, that's just Ian.
And then you look back and he's gone.
Basically.
Is it? No.
What?
Wait.
Mop, you look behind you, you see Ian around the other corner, you're like, oh.
Was that?
And Ian just kind of walks into the kitchen just silently, almost as silently as Enarugi does normally.
Just gonna watch him do that.
He's just like, what? He just randomly is switching directions and like being stealthy, and he seems preoccupied with something.
What are you doing, Ian?
Oh my god, Ian, you've been spotted.
Ian like the like alert sound plays like I've been spotted. He dives away.
He's gone.
What?
Ian? Ian? Ian!
As that happens.
Oh, what's up, man? I'm just right behind you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I thought you died or something.
As that happened, Jeffrey, you were starting to wake up to the smell of food, then abruptly woken up by Steinar shouting. At the same time, Zoe is also woken up, and Athena is groggily deciding maybe to get up or to not get up, one of the two.
Yeah, Jeffrey will, he'll get his usual, like, cup of joe, and, his only plan for today is to try to fix up his car.
Gotcha.
Oh, if that's the case, then I'm preparing lemonade, some orange slices, some sandwiches. He's getting all the nutrition.
Athena's they're gonna like sit up in bed, hair in their face.
Okay.
Thinks about it, looks back at the pillow. They're gonna like slowly maneuver to get up, and they're gonna put their hair in a ponytail and like walk out of the room.
Nice. Okay. Athena walks
Coffee.
downstairs. Coffee's handed to her from Arya. You don't see Ash anywhere, and you don't see Cortez. You knew Cortez had a thing, though.
Yeah, Cortez is fine. I'm gonna take my coffee. Eyes are like barely open. Nod to Arya and go back upstairs and check. Can I actually mental sense where Ashley is?
I mean, you could try. Roll me a mental or ingenuity.
Cool. Mental. That one. 43.
Okay. You see with a 43, you kind of feel your way around the room until you find Ashley upstairs. There's Zoe.
I'm gonna go over to the two of them.
Okay. As you're making your way there, Ashley, you hear Zoe kind of roll over and throw the covers out from over her, kind of like blinking and rubbing her eyes. Shortly after Mop was shouting.
Dramatic. I like it. Did you want to go back to bed, or did Mop's yelling wake you up?
I heard Caroline. Wait, what?
No, he said cure mute.
Oh, cure mute. I thought it said Carol was on mute. I'm like, wait a minute. Huh? I was like, wait, I heard
I'm
Carol.
talking your brains.
You see that she kind of stands up and just kind of flops over onto you, arms around your neck in a hug, and then Athena, you get to the knock on the door.
I look at Zoe. It's your room.
The door opens.
Good morning.
You see, and Athena pop her head in.
This
Morning.
Zoe is hugging Ash. Ash kind of looks a little surprised, like hands like, I don't know what to do, but I'm happy.
Athena's gonna give Ashley like the nod of acknowledgement, like, you got this, see? You're getting there.
I think
How'd
that
it
means it's
go?
breakfast.
I want donuts.
Yes. We'll see. Maybe we'll get donuts later today. But I think Arya might be doing something different.
I whisper in Zoe's ear, but it's not really a whisper because Athena can hear me. And Mop makes toaster strudels in the morning.
And every day.
Basically a donut in the morning, but different. Still sugary.
And sugar tastes good.
Ashley nods.
Ashley always steals his, so I mean, it's gotta be, right?
Mom,
How'd you
feel like
sleep?
servants.
Fine. I slept fine.
Alright, let's get dressed and then we'll head down.
I am dressed.
In like normal clothes.
She looks down at the clothes she's been wearing for like the last 3 days.
I'm gonna look at Ashley.
In like not pajamas? I'm sorry.
She goes over to where her clothes are just on the side of her bed, all nicely organized and folded still. She goes around to the other side. You can't see her because her waist is on the other side of the bed. Pulls her pants off and steps into a different pair of pajama pants.
Of the same pants.
Yeah.
I guess
Aw.
that's fine. Make sure to brush your teeth though.
I don't have a toothbrush.
You haven't been brushing your teeth? Athena.
No.
She woke up like 2 days ago. We haven't had time to do anything.
Oh. Okay. No, I have stuff I can No, Athena always.
And besides,
me a
you normally
second.
brush your teeth after you eat, not before. Have you been doing it wrong your whole
Giving
life?
bewildered looks at you guys. I brush my teeth after every meal. I mean,
Yeah, but
raw
she hasn't
steak
eaten
in the
yet.
middle of your teeth is a bad idea.
Yeah, but she hasn't eaten yet, so why should she be brushing her teeth before she ate?
But she hasn't brushed her teeth in 2 days.
So let her eat quickly, and then we can go get her to brush her teeth. No sense of doing it twice.
Bizarre. I'll grab some things for your bathroom. Why don't you two?
Why mine?
No, for her bathroom.
You said grab from my
I
bathroom.
apparently have all the me and Arya are the most hygienic people in this household. Gosh. She starts walking out to go to her bathroom.
I'm gonna look to Zoe. Just be like, I extend my hand for her to take if she wants to join for breakfast.
She comes out from the other side of the bed, grabs your hand, follows you down for breakfast. What did Arya make?
Waffles, bacon, eggs, and pancakes.
It's
And the fruit salad
delicious.
for myself.
Okay.
Seems to be very.
You can still
intrigued
eat
by the
waffles.
Yes.
Yes. I give myself
So-
2 waffles and a fruit salad.
So as everybody's kind of finishing breakfast, Cortez returns. Does he go home after all that?
Yeah.
I think I heard a yeah from Poke. So Cortez does arrive back at the house as everybody's going over there. Jeffrey's already pretty much eaten, and he is prepping to go fix his car.
Let's see here. I'm probably gonna need some more oil and probably get some coolant. I need a new radiator.
Now Moogles is typing. Caroline and Moogles are definitely typing back and forth. All right, so what does Jeffrey use to do to repair his car? Because it's pretty fucked.
Well, he's gonna look up the schematics for it, and he did work in a mechanic shop for a while, so he's gonna try to roll up his sleeves and put in some elbow grease.
Okay.
You're not asking help from anyone? You're just figuring it out? I love this.
So
Go for it.
he is with what supplies? Because you guys have like a basic toolkit in the garage. You have like some duct tape, some grease, and you know, like you don't really have like you have like a can of motor oil and things like that, like basic car maintenance that hasn't really been used much yet. So you have like basic tools, but not so much of knowing exactly what's wrong with it.
Let me put a
than
shield on
some
that.
Dents that he just goes, "Thunk," and they're not dented anymore with his magnetism, but.
Well, as a mechanic would, he's going to go through each section of the car, starting with the engine, moving on to the chassis, then moving on to the brakes, then moving on to the doors and the electric.
I'm gonna say with advantage, have him roll me a intelligence check. Actually, ingenuity here.
Okay.
To see if he can figure out everything, or if he misses a couple things. 33 is pretty good. So, as he's inspecting it, he's kind of looking over each parts, and he's like, a couple hours in, by the time he's like, all right, pretty much everything is wrong with it. He needs to replace. He needs to replace the front brakes. He needs to replace the windshields and the windows. He needs to replace the mirrors, except for he needs to replace the right mirror. The left one is still intact, somehow. He needs to replace the left rear and front tires. He needs to replace the gas tank, because there is sprung a leak in it. He needs to replace the chassis, and he needs to replace the engine and radiator.
He'll sort of make a checklist on pencil and paper and sort of scrunch up the note and shove it in his pants. And he's gonna sort of wipe his hands and throw a rag over his shoulder. And he's gonna walk back in. All right, I'm going to the store. I'm buying some stuff.
In the meantime, because this is
There's
taking
no-
Jeffrey a couple hours to do this, really quickly. Everybody, within those two hours, you guys have all finished breakfast. I would like to know what everybody is doing for the day, so I know where people would be, who Jeffrey would be talking to as he comes back in, if anybody.
Guess I'll
Mop's
start.
I'm just waiting for Minerva, so.
Nope.
Gotcha. You did communicate to Minerva that you were doing that, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
I told
Ashley did.
Minerva when we
That's
were
why.
with the kid.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought so, but
told-
I just wanted to confirm with you guys.
Athena she's out with a book and just doing research and things like that, but she's staying near Zoe. So if Zoe needs anything or wants to do anything, she can ask.
I was gonna say Ashley stays home obviously because we're waiting for Minerva, but she's talking with Zoe and she's showing her all the hygiene things that she got. So there's like a loofah and a face wash and a toner and some shampoo for her hair, but there's 2 different scents if she wants to switch up the scents. And always condition afterwards. And here's
I
a
like
brush,
her-
but you use this one in the shower and use this one when
I
it's
feel
dry.
like, to be honest, Ashley's knowledge of hair care products might be a little
Is there-
lackluster.
I was like, wait,
Don't
why
need
do
any.
all this
Because she
shit?
never has to do anything to
hair.
her hair.
No, I'd like to believe that she actually did the most to her,
Oh,
thinking
so
that that's what was making it be pretty, and she didn't realize that
Okay.
no, it's just naturally that way, and
I'm
no
down
one
for
can
that.
actually get to this.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So what we?
Yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
going through all of that, and then I'm like looking at Aria to see if she has anything to add because she'd know more of like the super duper pretty girl
Oh, I'm
things.
just
I
cleaning
just know
the
that
house.
keeping myself clean.
Aria's just
Oh, okay,
cleaning.
never mind then.
Gotcha.
I mean, she'd chime in, but she doesn't know much about hair care products. She just knows shampoo.
No. This is
conditioner.
hygiene in general.
So-
yeah.
So
Oh,
Aria,
I don't know.
I'm like showing her the basics of like brushing teeth, wash your face.
So Aria's cleaning of the house means doing the dishes she just used and getting off a very, very thin layer of dust because you live in a house with a silver
Because
mop.
Mop cleaned everything.
And
Mop wakes up and sneezes and everything's clean.
Oh, it's clean.
Yeah, exactly.
His room is never a
Mop
mess.
moving over there.
Arya would probably do it, but she'd probably teach her in like the way of like basically a YouTube Kids video tutorial.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm
Like
trying
the
to
cute
say.
little
Yes.
humming and like
Gotcha.
Yes.
She doesn't seem that interested in cleaning.
it's okay.
So, Mop, what are you doing?
He's going to, I suppose, go back to the compound and meet up with whatever team he had been.
I know, Jonas, you said you wanted to do that as well for Ian, and would he join Mop?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure, for
Let's
sure.
go.
Let's go.
All right, what about Cortez?
Cortez, when he arrives, he's probably gonna head straight towards Athena,
Okay.
see what she's up to, and then
Okay.
tell her a little bit
I
about.
I will say, as Ian and Mop are heading out a little bit before, you were like, they leave slightly after you had returned. Arya's doing a little cleaning, talking with Zoe, so is Ashley, and Athena is kind of there, occasionally jumping in the conversation, I'll say, but is focusing on the book again. Jeffrey's still working outside for a little bit longer. Ow!
Oh my god.
Something must have really moved fast to hurt Jeffrey. Jesus, that was amazing, though.
god. My
I like look out the
God.
window, make
was
sure
Ian.
he's fine, then I go back to what I'm doing.
I do the whole. No, he's fine.
As
Yeah.
Arya goes,
Because I sense
Arya
his
goes
heartbeat.
to
Talk
rush
in a
over
healing
to,
tone, like
Arya
right
rushes over to Jeffrey
zooming
as,
through the window.
He's doing all right. Oh,
as
no,
Cortez,
no,
you
there it
step
goes.
over to Athena. Well, Arya's
All
outside.
right. So Mop and Ian are already gone at this
Yes.
point. Gotcha. I guess Cortez would ask, where did Mop and Ian go?
I'm not gonna lie, when you said where they went, I spaced the frick out.
I mean, they didn't really communicate that with you. They kind of just like,
I'm-
we're gonna go. Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
go.
gonna like, I'm gonna just like, look around, give the hand gesture. I don't know. To be quite honest, they just kind of left. How did things go? And I'm gonna extend my hand for Cortez to take.
He grabs it. It went. I didn't get the information that I really wanted.
But any information is good information, right?
Well, no. I guess the important thing right now is if you're able to gather something in the book involving weaponry using celestial metal or something, let me know.
Again,
I might have the secret I need to find out what these bullets are capable of.
Yeah, I will. I'll attempt to do what I can. Thinking from Gabriel, right?
See.
I'll see if there's anything particular about her. I don't know, but I will definitely take a look. Do you have any other
And
plans
that
for the
was
day?
La Nina.
She's fine. She's doing good. Ash and Aria have been kind of teaching her hygiene since she's been in a coma for about 4 years, so I believe Ashley has 2 different hair products with different scents for her. Like shrugs her shoulders.
I don't need all the details.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, girl stuff. Nah.
Bueno. I left without eating, so I might as well go do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a little bit left, but I'm not really sure.
If there isn't anything, I can just make something. Is there anything you need right now, Athena?
For the doors of death not to show up? She kind of like laughs a little with a smile.
He just stares.
I know.
Bueno, I'll be downstairs.
So he's head down. That's when Jeffrey comes in and said,
All right, I'm heading out. Gonna buy some stuff.
There's no one in the shops, Jeffrey. What are you buying?
Well, then I guess I'm stealing some stuff. I need stuff for my car. We don't have enough oil here. I need more coolant. I need more windshields.
That's going over my head. I don't know. Good luck, then.
Couldn't you just leave it till after the doors?
No, I can't. If this car is not running by the time the doors of death open, it's gonna make me sad. And if I'm sad, I don't perform well. So I'm leaving.
What if it just breaks again? What if they crash your car?
Don't you want to? I'm gonna just like grow my eyes and be like, okay.
So
I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna go look for what Cortez was looking for in the book.
Okay.
You spend some time doing that.
roll me a ingenuity at disadvantage.
But can I precog myself or clairvoyance to give myself advantage?
You can. Give yourself a normal roll, not advantage.
I'll take it. You said ingenuity?
Yep. A normal roll of ingenuity. 35.
I needed that.
Pretty
Let's
good.
get it.
But you see that it's, again, Athena is able to translate it to an sense, but she has to, as soon as she looks away from it or loses her spot, she has to retranslate it. Because it's still, all the other pages except for the ones that Osiris revealed are shifting, changing, not keeping to any specific.
What I'm gonna do is once I notice that's gonna happen, I'm going to text Ashley, being like, I need to concentrate. If you and Zoe need anything, let me know. And then what Athena's going to do in this moment. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, that was it. She sent you K back.
Okay. What Athena's gonna do is, in order to translate, this is something that I used to be able to do while taking notes in schooling, so I know that Athena would probably do it a lot better than me. But she's going to grab a tablet or a piece of paper or whatever, put it beside her, and she's going to type while translating and looking at the book entirely. And she is just pouring full focus in order to translate certain pages with that information.
Okay. It definitely does help. But it's still slow going, as every about 3 or 4 seconds, all of the lettering changes just subtly. So it's like, well, now I can't trust this letter that I've translated to be this anymore, so I have to restart basically the translation process every few seconds. And Athena is very smart, so she is able to do it, but it's like she might have a sentence every hour
Am I able to... This might be an inspired action, you can tell me whether or not it is, but essentially I want to use clairvoyance to sort of help me in making that process quicker. Predicting, or even just having an idea of what may be next, when it's going to change, how quickly I can get this information from one to another. Just kind of... Her eyes are multiplying and she is just poured full focus into getting this.
It will be an inspired action, but it'll be an ingenuity or mental this time.
With precog?
Yeah.
Ingenuity or... 44.
Pretty good roll. You see that as Athena is trying to translate it and having about 30 minutes or so of just like little to no luck, she pushes her mind outwards and forwards, trying to see what would be coming next, try to predict what things are. And with a 44, the letters almost seem to start to float off the page until there are multiple pages within pages of each other, almost like the book is crossing through different dimensions of 2D and 3D space, as well as maybe even 4D in such of a way that Athena is seeing layers on each other, where almost all of the letters that had been magically stacked onto each other are separated, in a sense, as she is seeing between the pages. You see that it's not that easy to hold, but she is able to look for the time. With an investigation check, go for it.
Oh my god. I don't know if precog is still active, but I will continue to put it on myself.
Okay. It will not be activated because of what you're doing. All your focus.
33.
33 is still a pretty good roll, regardless. You see, as you're focusing on trying to find what you're looking for now, you see as you kind of stand and try to move around where the pages are kind of floating up and away from the book, you're able to flip and you're able to pull and move some of them, and you're trying to, and all the pages kind of fold and tap away until other ones take their place. And you see that eventually you find a couple more things on Celestials and on Celestial metals and things like that, but they seem to talk about in a language that Athena is able to much quicker translate for the next hour, is not having it shift, not having it moved. You see that there's not much in the way of specifically naming any specific Celestials, other than there are powerful Celestial bodies of different natures, and that oftentimes there are people that claim to have armor or weapons from a Celestial era or of Celestial metals, but a lot of it is folklore, a lot of it is myth. But Osiris does write about the powerful enchantments using radiant energy can be some of the more strongest of the type, as radiant energy is the most effective when enchanting things for protection or damage. Not necessarily with more finite and intricate enchantments that always do something, but in terms of damage and defense, they're some of the best.
Okay.
That's really what she finds, spending an hour or so doing that. There's nothing that really, Athena's pretty confident that she didn't find anything or miss anything that would have been more conducive to the investigation she was looking for. It seems that Celestials are generally not a topic that most people know about, and the ones that do keep their mouth closed for the most part.
Got it. I don't know if anyone was ever near her when she's doing that, but she was muttering the entire time, and then when she kind of finishes, she when she's done looking between the pages, she's gonna slam the book shut and kind of take a breath. And she's just gonna sit there and think about it, and she's gonna type all of that down.
Okay.
Even though it wasn't much, it's still good to have, and that way she doesn't have to fully.
I was very brief with it. There were about 6 or 7 pages, a small chapter of all of that information.
Yeah, she's just gonna sip her coffee for a bit before going to see Cortez.
She sips her coffee and realizes that a bit more time than she expected had passed, and it's room temperature.
No, it's fine. I'll drink it still.
So, Ian and Mop,
That's us.
you guys have made it over to the compound where you know majority of these people are looking for your various teams.
Hell yeah.
Kind of want to get like a scope out. You know, I kind of want to see what your team's all about, just in case I go against you, even though we're out
You both
pretty
have to
far
get to the
apart.
finals to make that happen.
Well, I mean, we are pretty far apart, my man. I mean, you'd have to get to the finals to even have a shot at facing me.
I should say the same about you.
I mean, we both know I'm
anime
going to the
moment.
finals.
I don't know about you, but I feel like I can make it. Ish.
Yeah, probably.
Fucking anime sports. Anime.
Anime rivalry.
My volleyball team's gonna be better than your volleyball team.
See you at the finals, chump.
Okay,
No.
anyway.
I thought this was wholesome.
So you guys are wandering around. You see there are the heroes kind of in the communal space. Some of them talking, some of them eating, some of them just waking up, some of them going to bed because of the night shifts that they had. You see that there is a large crowd around Quentin, as you can see from his height and his large hair. But there's also just a couple different circles of people, a lot of them talking at tables and things like that in kind of the mess hall area. But yeah, everybody's out and around for the most part.
Cool.
Who are you looking for first?
Maybe there's like a way to like notify said people and have them go to a conference room or something like that.
I mean, they should already know which teams they're on as it was sent out the previous night.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'm just going to go see if I can find him.
Ah. All right, I guess I could try that.
All right. Both of you are all roll an investigation.
Investigation.
I need to switch modes to give me a better chance.
I don't need that chance. 11.
You should have taken the chance. Oh wait, you can't switch modes. 27.
Whatever.
Get absolutely destroyed, forehead.
Okay.
You cheated.
You see as Mop starts wandering around, and he's in his Steinar form at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You see that people kind of wave good mornings to Ian, mornings to you. Some kind of stop to talk with you guys, which definitely slows you guys down. But Ian, the first person you find pretty quickly as they're just having breakfast and talking with a couple people is Katie, sitting there with her sister Aiko and a bunch of the other heroes. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey.
Morning.
Good morning to all.
Is there something we can help you with? Would you like to join us?
Sure. I mean, I was just came here to see my totally awesome teammate.
Well, I'm glad to have made it onto a team at all, considering we only just got here.
I mean, congratulations, I guess.
Thank you. I guessed yourself, but I'm sure you were a shoo-in.
What? Me? No.
Only the
Just
most
'cause
famous heroes in the world.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. People would say that I'm the most famous, but like I wouldn't say it personally.
As Ian's head starts to swell.
I would say that.
I'm flattered.
Speaking of swelling heads, you see a person walks up from behind you, spotting who he was looking for the whole time, Poke. What? You see that Shattered had been finally admitted to the compound now that he's a top 50 hero and fully on board with everything that's going on with the Doors of Death, with the stipulation that he is allowed to record some of it for his own presences.
My man.
But he's also
My
having
man.
a good morning as he went up,
God damn it.
50,000 followers in a matter of a couple of hours, and he's able to get, over the past couple months, considering his last big mission, he's been doing well for himself. Nothing major, but he's been rising up in popularity and notoriety, and his own streams and social media content has definitely been a benefactor of that. He's also able to improve his living sense, and everything about his day-to-day life has been a little bit easier despite the pressure of trying to grow even more and maintain the level of content that he had been making, and also escalate it at least a little bit higher every day. But he did spot E4N, the person he was looking for.
As I live and breathe. Is that E4N?
Yeah, that's me.
Wait, give me a second. And he holds up a phone. You see this? This was no joke. We're actually collabing now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My God.
This guy's my boy right here.
He sends it over.
I believe you must be Shattered, Katie says.
Yep. The one and only.
I believe we're on the same team. Just don't know where Gale is.
Give me 1 second.
Gale. Who's Gale? Oh, yeah. I totally looked at the brackets.
Sorry, my bad. I got some story.
Nice try.
Ian's gonna be like, give me 1 second, I'll go find him.
Alright. So as
Damn,
Ian
he's fast.
is searching around, look, you see that most of the Eastern Unifordan are definitely a bit more down to earth, more organized. You do find Gale Murdoch from Wingheart, and you see that she is kind of off on the side, just seemingly very groggily eating some kind of food. It doesn't seem to be specifically breakfast food, but she is eating kind of by herself. But there was seemingly someone sitting nearby, but they seemingly have gotten up halfway through eating their meal. So
Okay.
kind of looks over at you. Good morning,
Hey.
friend.
Good morning. What up, teammate?
I'm about to go to bed, actually. I just got off of a watch.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, not that bad, you know? Able to patrol around. There's not much to patrol anymore, but, you know, just keep an eye on things. Always feels good.
Yeah.
Trying to do Wingheart proud, as well as the world itself, I guess.
I mean, I can say with about 99.9% confidence that you're doing pretty damn well.
I'm sure you can say that with confidence.
I don't know, I'm a robot. I have a pretty good diagnostic program, you know?
Yes.
Statistically, it's accurate.
What's up? Can I help you with something?
Oh, I just, wanted to talk with, my team before we,
Oh, alright.
step in the ring and destroy everyone.
She kind of looks around a little bit. Maybe whoever was sitting there with her. I just don't want to ditch my... I just don't want to ditch... let's see what the frick is his name again. I'm losing names.
I mean,
So
you've
many
made
people.
so many of them.
There's so fucking many NPCs. Hold on. I just don't know where Elliot is.
I mean, we can wait a little bit, you know. I no one wants to be ditched or ditch someone, you know. Kind of sucks.
You see that a little bit later. You see a kind of a taller, thinner man with kind of darker skin, like kind of like a mixed skin color, but his hair is kind of like the ends of it are kind of dyed like this pale, like yellowy blonde color, with dark brown hair underneath, kind of dark golden eyes as well, and it kind of like he just seems to be wearing kind of this golden color. Ian would remember that Elliot Sidgman is the top 1 hero in Uniforda. He goes over and sees you. Good morning.
Morning.
How's it going?
Good. I just, you know, stopping by,
Okay,
trying
good.
to.
I see we
Trying
got the
to.
teams, right?
Yeah.
excited for
trying
that.
to round out my team. We can talk about some
Oh yeah, of course.
some strategy, some plays.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you after you rest. All right.
Yeah.
And she grabs her tray of food and kind of walks off. She is about to leave fully. She kind of gives him a brief hug and then leaves. All right. Is everybody else somewhere?
Yeah. They're just over there.
You make your way back over. I'm sure Shattered is talking.
And
to
that's
one-
when I said, I pointed at him and said, "Get shattered."
Very nice. You see that?
It was one of my most recent victories. I'd say so myself.
Bad for Katie. Like
Katie's,
someone
like, trying
help
to be
her.
nice. She just doesn't seem to be like, well, you know, not bad. Oh, look. And he kind of points over where Kian is walking with Gale Murdoch behind. You see Gale hasn't even fully changed out of their hero suit. And you see that they are kind of in this like black and white with kind of this gradient blue to green from like the shoulders down, and like where there is kind of spaces in between. It kind of almost has this kind of illusionary effect on like the shoulders and hips. And there's no cape or anything like that, but you see that there is kind of a looseness to where the pants are instead, and then a taper again at the knees. But you see that they have like just light brown hair and kind of these light blue eyes, and, vaguely tan skin. They walk over. Morning, Katie and Shattered, right?
And you must be Gale or Gailey? I don't know how to pronounce your name.
It's Gale.
Gale.
I normally go by Murdoch though.
Murdoch. All right. I'll decide later which one to call you.
All right. So, what is it that you want to discuss about teams, Ian?
Oh, I just figured, we'd meet up, we'd kind of, go over some power, a little bit of strategy, some stylish plays.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Well, I can go first.
Go
As
for
you
it.
know, name's Shattered. I can create mirrors, as he summons a bunch of mirrors. I make shields out of glass, I can shatter glass, and yeah, and I can turn invisible with this cape.
That's very interesting, actually, because I also work with mirrors in a way. You see that she waves her hands, and 3 very large mirrors, like dinner table-sized mirrors, start floating around you guys in a circle. But they're all various different colors that shimmer between each other. But they don't reflect everything the way that you'd expect them to. The reflections are all at wrong angles from where you're looking. I'd be interested if you could shatter them. Not that I recommend doing it right now, but that might be interesting.
I can shatter anything. Listen, if I can shatter sheet metal, I can shatter any mirror.
Well, I'm not sure these are exactly mirrors or just visages of them.
We'll have to experiment
we-
with that at a later date.
We'll see about that. Well, the name's Shattered for a reason. And I could probably make a bigger mirror. Attempts to make a bigger mirror.
Roll me a d20.
All right.
Because we don't have his sheet on here now. I'll have to get that from Kier later. Oh. You see, he focuses, and then all of a sudden, the mirrors he had before, he forgets that he had them, and they all fall to the ground and go. It kind of cancels concentration. You see that a couple people jump and look over.
It's all right. It's all right. It's part of the brand.
You see, Aiko kind of looks over and just goes, "I guess they got shattered."
Indeed, they did get shattered. Don't worry, that was all part of the plan. You see, the
Katie
plan
facepalms.
is I'm gonna basically gather all these pieces to make a bigger mirror. It's like a puzzle, you know?
I'm very certain.
And make them disappear.
Alright, you see Gale kind of half asleep, is a little slow on the draw, and just goes. Let's see, let me look through my notes. There's so many people. I'm a fucking dumbass. I didn't make this one. Alright, Gale Murdoch. Wingheart, meaning they. So they, well, like most Wingheart, I can fly, but I also have the ability to teleport and a little bit of the strength and resistance, as one might expect. So nothing overly flashy.
But well-rounded.
I suppose. And we all know E4N, so that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I just kind of move fast. Oh, but recently I did get a thing.
Yeah, your chest piece looks different.
Yeah, so, here, Shattered. Punch me.
Hey, what's up?
Punch me.
You want me to punch you?
Punch me.
Straight up punch you.
Do it.
All right. Pulls up his phone. Guys, I'm about to punch E4N in the chest. And then he's gonna punch it.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Let's go, 8.
Okay, you see, even with a bonus, you can roll me a defense, dodge, or toughness. Let's see. Unless you roll really, really shitty. Nah. Hits up against it. Your hand kind of vibrates and stings a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not the most physical person.
I'm guessing the thing lights up.
Yeah.
Hey, you see that?
A little dot appears on his chest.
Now, Ian like goes over to a little bit of a more open space, and he's like, "I'm pretty sure this is completely safe, and I'm gonna, what is that thing? I'm gonna like expel it, but I'm gonna make sure that it's set to no one."
Okay, well you have to pick someone.
I'll do it to we'll do something nice and safe like Celestials or something.
You see someone cry out and no, I'm kidding.
No, oh god!
You see as this pulse of green just goes. Everybody looks over in the loud noise as some of the chairs and tables kind of slide a little bit from the force of the wind that comes off of it. But it doesn't seem to affect anyone. Very nice. That's pretty.
So what, it's like a shock absorber or something?
Yeah, kind of. It's pretty cool.
You know, I'm pretty much a walking shock absorber myself.
Did Silver Lady do that for you?
You know, you'd think that, but no.
So you're adding your own upgrades
Was
now.
it Mio?
No. This is something different, a little something special, you know.
I mean, yes, you were blessed by the gods.
Yeah, pretty much.
I knew it. Wait, is he serious?
Definitely, Katie says, just like with a straight face. Aiko's trying not to laugh. Hey, Shattered. Aiko.
Yeah, what's up?
How long have you been doing hero work now?
Oh, let's see. If judged by the position of the moon and the stars, I think I've been doing this for about 3 years? 4?
Oh, he's such a
Wow,
baby.
I've lost track of time. Wait, what'd she say?
Oh, he's such a baby. And puts her hands on her side of her face and just like, kind of like looking at you like, oh.
Hey, listen. Just because I haven't been doing hero work specifically for a while, I've saved a couple of people's lives even before I became a hero.
So you did a legal hero work?
It was a spur of the moment kind of thing. You see, I was pardoned, you know? It was a situation.
Oh.
People were saved, you know?
Don't worry, Shattered. I'm just messing with you. That's great.
I knew that.
Then you see that. In the meantime, Mop is taking you a bit because the first person that comes up to you is not someone that's on your team. You see Cowardly as soon as he sees you. And he goes up. He just goes, "You Mop, right?"
Yeah. Hey, cowardly.
I'm going to squish you.
Well, I wouldn't recommend that.
No, it's okay. I squish you.
Right now?
No, not now. We
Oh,
squish you for fight.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, as long as, no one actually gets injured and all that, yeah, I'd be completely fine with that.
It's fight. People will die.
No, it's supposed to be for fun. Cowardly. You're not supposed to kill anybody.
That's not what Bob said.
Bob.
He said to
Oh,
go full
out. There should be a rules list that you should go over.
I don't know how to read.
Let's have you both, you and Bob both read it.
Hi, Mop. I heard I was on your team, mate. I was Red Rock, but I'm over here. He walks over to you.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I was just trying to explain to
Cowardly. How's it going, mate? Oh, I'm going
Cowardly
to
not to
squish him.
kill people.
He's not on your team. What? Nah, he's on my team, mate. I read it earlier.
No.
What do you mean?
I don't.
Wow. Hold
I
on.
think it. Hold on, let me check my phone real
He
quick.
pulls up his phone also. It's red right here. Red Rock, Pacificador. Here's. Oh, wait a minute. You're not on here.
Yeah, I'm on. I'm with a few other people.
Oh, never mind. My bad, mate.
It's all right. I'm kind of bummed that I don't get to work with you.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. Don't worry. I'll probably see you in like the second bracket or something, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm not gonna try.
I've never been in a tournament before. Not alone a hero tournament. I guess I was in that competition in middle school one time, but I got disqualified.
What'd you get disqualified for?
Well, it's like you do some crazy things in middle school. I'm sure you've done some crazy stuff before, right?
I cleaned the entire school without anybody's permission. I had to skip class for that.
It's
pretty crazy,
mine's
right?
A bit on the different side, a little bit more problematic than that. But
I mean, people were
yeah,
slipping everywhere. Like I waxed the floors.
What about you, Cowardly? I'm sure you did some crazy stuff in school. I've never been to school. Oh, well, never mind then. I'll just keep it to myself because I'll get very embarrassed, I think.
Go ahead. I mean, I've done plenty of embarrassing stuff outside of school. Like.
Well, it was like a school science fair, right? And I was afraid of this one kid's table because his was like really good. He spent a lot of research. He was a total nerd, by the way. So to sabotage him, I kind of unleashed some liquids onto his project. They were my liquids, and I don't know how to
Red Rock.
I was in middle school, mate. I'd never do that now.
Right. Of course not.
No, I didn't take the piss out of someone like that. Well, there was that. No, never mind.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I'm going to go look for my actual team. I have to go find Heisluft, I think. What? No.
Hirschstall.
Hirschstall.
Yeah.
Passive. I don't want to be in a pacifier. He says just starts walking away, muttering himself.
All right, see you later.
Don't forget, I squish
you. Try to go easy. Remember, we're on the same team. Not like this team, but like we're all heroes.
Ah.
Oh God.
You see that you eventually do find some people on your team. The first person you find is Serpent, which is this large half snake, half human lady with kind of this kind of bluish green scales and long kind of like bluish purple hair that kind of is the same color as the scales around her shoulders that fades to the blue and then to the green.
Pretty rad.
And you see that her eyes are like pure black with like just these white slits in them, and she looks very crazy because you notice that she doesn't seem to. At first, you just think she doesn't blink, and then you realize, oh, she doesn't have eyelids. She's like a snake where the clear eyelids go sideways and then back.
Let's go. I
But-
like her.
But from the waist down, she is a snake. That's kind of just slithering upright on the floor, and her tail goes out for about like she's probably, if she was from the tip of the tail to her head, she'd probably be about 10 feet tall. But the good like 5 feet of it kind of slithers on the ground behind her.
Hmm.
You see, she almost
Ah.
finds you first.
You are the one they know as the Silver Mop, but as Stevenson Steiner, yes?
Steiner Stevenson, but
I
yes.
apologize. I'm Serpent. It's good to see you.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah. Fully.
We met briefly at airport, but that was
Yeah.
very chaotic.
Very. There was a lot of people who came by, so I'm excited to actually get to know you and work with you in this, fun fight.
Of course, of course. Well, hopefully your morning has been going good. I think I saw Beast over this way.
Lead the way.
Her scales kind of rattling or vibrating across the floor. She kind of moves, not in a straight line, as she kind of sidelines her way through the compound until you find over to northern Larada, where Hungering Beast is eating just a full like chicken by himself that is cooked, and he's like ripping it apart at the moment. You see he's like holding the rib cage, and he looks up and then he like grabs a couple of the pieces that fell off on the table and puts them back. And you see that his dark black, messy, greasy hair that has what looks to be chicken grease in it and something else that you're really sure hope is ketchup. And you see that the front of him is just absolute mess. He does not seem to be caring for himself, but it's just his black rags and hooded figures, and like he's just this absolute epitome of darkness and intimidation.
All
I was thinking filth, and I'm like, man, Steiner is gonna have a great time.
Yeah, he is
The
disgusting.
first thing I was thinking was like, oh god, there's a mess everywhere. Hi. How's it going? You enjoying your food there?
Yes. He rubs his face with his hand. You see smears all over the side of his mouth.
Oh boy, you need some napkins, or anything?
Stares at you as he takes another bite.
He does no. All right. Well, I just, I'm looking for, the rest of the team. I met you now, and now Serpent. Now we just need to find Sung Young.
Yeah.
And then we can have a little quick talk, just try to have a little meet and greet, I suppose.
That way. He points a finger in the direction where there's like a small crowd of people around Quentin.
Okay. I'll go find them. You enjoy your food. I'll be right back.
As you walk away, Serpent is kind of following you.
To be honest, I've never talked to him before.
He seems like a nice guy.
Probably under the surface.
You see, you walk over. You see, what you think is Quentin just kind of talking with people. He's kind of like ended up in the center or one side of a circle of people. They're all kind of talking. You see that Sung Young is there, kind of on the one side, and you see there's like other people like Gibson, Troy's, and you also see the Martin Strong, a couple of the members from Southern Trinity, Jezix, both of those are there. Rocket Man and Ocean Myth are also hanging out over there. Invictus is currently his loud, infectious laughter, seemingly responding to something that Quentin said. And Quentin kind of looks over and sees like, "Hey, Mopman!"
Hey.
Everybody turns and kind of parts to where you can see him clearly. Morning, man. What's up?
Morning. Just looking for Sung Young. We just want to have a little bit of a, team meeting before tomorrow's debut.
You see Sung Young kind of look over, and just like, oh, and you see that there's you see this young man in. Wait, hold on. Let me look. No, sorry, I was getting confused with a different one. Sung Young is in their like probably late 30s, early 40s, kind of like this very rounded face, kind of paler skin, but with kind of this dark black hair that's kind of swept up and back, very like gelled and nice. They're currently in their hero suit, which is largely this this pale like salmon color, with kind of like grays and blues in between. It gives you very like reef colors. And you see that they kind of walk over, and there's something about them that is just very like floaty in a way. And they say,
Floaty.
They kind of tap something on their neck, and you see that they think about it, and then you see that kind of a simulated voice comes out, as they seemingly are maybe either not confident in their Unifordan or Wendelian, I guess, or English, you know what I mean. But they walk over to you and just say, "Good morning."
Morning. Do you got a minute?
Of course.
Alrighty. Well, the rest of Hungering Beast is over there eating chicken. And we just wanted to, talk a little bit, see what we got for our team.
Okay. You see they follow you over there, and you see that you get back and like most of the chicken is already gone.
Oh wow, you finished that quick?
Yeah, I was hungry.
Good morning. You see he takes one of the bones, cracks it, starts grinding his teeth with it. It's like very distracting as you just hear. He's just waiting for you to say something, seemingly.
Well, I just thought, why don't we go around, introduce, and say what we can, do. I mean, I guess I'll start. I'm sure some of you know, I'm the Silver Mop, and I can, turn into
this form, and I got super strength, along with certain other abilities.
Kind of like snorts his nose and like wipes it. So you're finished.
Well, I am part snake. I have a very poisonous bite, and my claws, when I extend them, are very razor sharp, but also poisonous. And basically, my jaw can distend in many things like a snake, but the way that my scales are able to work, I am able to wreak quite a punch or force with my tail as well. I am a Sung Yong from Syria. I have super speed. I can go very fast.
All right.
I turn into a beast. Like starts licking his plate.
Turn. Got it. All right. What kind of anything specific, like a werewolf, or like a
Everybody
any animal?
fucking assumes werewolf.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
a
I was just
werewolf.
asking. I didn't assume anything.
Do you know what a Wendigo is?
I've read about it.
He kind of stands up, walks over towards you, his awful smelling breath that doesn't smell just like chicken, but something else. Maybe rotting in his teeth.
Bruh, I love Wendigos. Hello, what's your name?
That's what I turn into.
You come around here often?
Great, you made my nephew cry. Oh wait, you can't hear that. Okay.
Oh, we can hear it.
Oh, you can?
When you talk.
Ah.
All right. So you see, he kind of goes and sits back down and pretends to go back to licking his plate.
Well, that's really nice. I think we'll work pretty well together.
Yeah. I mean, we got rid of the number one hero. Is he still number one?
I think so. Last I checked.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not really about like
What do you mean
winning,
it
right?
doesn't matter? It's about winning. Of course it is.
No, it's really for fun and putting people or all the heroes,
It's
you know.
all bragging rights.
I guess I even if you want that, but I mean, you know, I just really want to see, you know,
Are you
the
gonna
powers.
throw?
that
Is that
everybody-
what you're saying?
No, I would just, you know, have fun with it.
Thrower.
This is interesting. This is an interesting character. Oh boy. Well, if it means more to you, I'll try, you know, harder than, you know, I was expecting at first. Yeah. Don't worry, I won't be you know, you won't be picking up my slack or anything.
We should be scoping out our competition. Who we fight first? Satoshi Saijun, Ancient Power, Alcatraz, and Olivia Guillen.
Yeah, we could do that. Maybe go up to them and have a nice chat or something like that.
I've seen most of them that have been here. I've yet to stalk Satoshi.
What a charming young man.
Stalking. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend the stalking part.
Fine, observing.
That's a better word for it, I guess. But you know, you could always just, you know, look them up or you know, ask him. I'm sure he'd be willing to tell you
I
his.
don't want him to know that I know.
I'm sure he's not hiding his powers.
Much stalking.
A place where nobody really gets to go, especially getting to see the peacemakers. I think that's hiding. It would be an advantage for him not to know that we know. But I guess if you know him, you might already know.
I actually
He
might have.
know that you know.
Maybe, yeah, yeah.
Ah. Damn it.
He looks towards the others, is like, you guys don't think this is a competition as much, right?
Well, I thought it was meant to be competitive.
Well, yeah, it's like
but
a.
not the end of the world. That comes later.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was definitely meant to lift everyone's spirits.
Yeah, that is right. But you know, yeah, it's just kind of like, you know, he wasn't expecting you know, the want to win as much from Hungering Beast, because he didn't really know him too much, but you know.
Yeah, he's very like, as you're seeing, he's like one-track mind. I want to be the best, and I want to be the best. That's about it.
Well, I can either way. I can probably tell you a bit about Satoshi either way. Now that he knows.
Yeah, it'd be beneficial to know at the very least.
Can I get a reminder?
Roll me a history or memory.
Okay.
If you want assistance, I think I remember.
He's got to roll for this.
Okay.
Because he didn't take no notes. It's
I
been a
did
little
take
bit.
notes, but not on their powers. More so on them themselves. Wah, wah.
You remember that he was the guy that had from the Silent Realm stuff, or not from the Silent Realm, but reminded you of the Silent Realm quite a bit, with his body being made of glass and reflections and stuff.
Okay, I can go off a bit of that. Well, I'm sure his powers aren't as physical as ours are. It's more so of not mental, but like otherworldly type of thing. I didn't really get too much into it, but don't expect like a fist fight with him. I don't think. He could be long range. All I know. Don't remember the bar we had.
You sparred and you do not know. I will go find him.
He just leaves his plate there in the absolute mess of meat and bones everywhere.
All right, he cleans it up.
You never seen chicken bones so clean.
All right, that's better. He's probably gonna be mad at that, but
he's always
well,
mad.
yeah, I'm sure he'll warm up to us or something like that. I can be a pretty good sport.
So it seems that we have two people that will be more melee, you and Serpent, and I kind of float around the fight. As I am very fast, I try not to get hit, and I try to get in, get out very quickly. So I will be in the middle, and I think we're largely all melee then. So we should definitely consider rushing our enemies, especially those that would not want us to get close.
All right. And just saying, I can, if there's any, surefire hits that'll, do some serious damage, I could probably help out with that.
Yes,
and
your
probably
wet floor shield.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. It kind of just blocks everything, though. I just the other day, I blocked a giant thing of, I think it was like just a skyscraper type of thing coming towards me, and I just kind of like, protected myself and my friend from it.
This is impressive.
Yeah, you never think a thing of plastic could do that.
Oh damn! I hate it when people throw skyscrapers at me, and I use my wet floor sign to knock it to the side.
I swear, every time I see a wet floor sign, I'm just kind of like, oh, look at that! Look at that wet floor shield right there. That can protect me from like any danger.
Bob's gonna be in a crisis.
I can't wait for Carol to draw the wet floor shield.
Steiner is gonna be in a crisis in real life.
It's gonna be
and
the silliest
instinctively,
stupid thing.
Jump towards the wet floor sign.
Like get shot anyway.
I really hope I don't like slip up my words and be like at work and be like, hey, can you grab me that wet floor shield right there?
What? What do you mean wet floor shield?
Yeah.
I meant sign, yeah.
So as Mop is kind of conversing
The
with
sad part is I've
3/4 of his
actually done
team,
that.
we'll take a little break. I know we're nearing the end anyway, but then we'll come back and then we'll do that. We're only gonna take a 10-minute break from the stuff that we had at the beginning, but we will be back in just a little bit.
Oh.
Woo! I didn't mean to be rude. My name is Jonathan.
How you get in my house?
Okay, I'll tell you, but you gotta promise not to get mad. I took your doorknob off.
Get out of my house!
I told you not to get mad.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, I would have been here earlier, stopped for tacos, also ate them, and disposed of them.
Oh, darn it. Wait a minute now. Who's this?
You know who this is. You 100% know who this one is. And you
No
already
way.
was
I didn't
this-
have an interview with this man.
You know who this person is. The branding is too good.
God
Do I
dang
know
it.
who this is? Was this Brandon good back then?
He's literally.
Oh, he's
Google.
been good.
Listen, I am the epitome of stupid. There's no way. I
You
saw
know
man
who this
before.
is.
God
It
dang
is 3 letters. You know who this is. He's everywhere. You cannot avoid knowing who this is. I'm sorry.
The number.
It's even you have a negative 6 intelligence and know who this is, Trey. There's no getting out of this.
You could probably be a dog or a cat and know who this is.
Dogs and cats probably have E4N plushies.
Probably. All right, everybody, we are back from our break, and we're going to cut back over from where Ian and Mop have met with their teams, and Jeffrey is out searching for ways to repair his car as well as parts and things like that. What is his initial method of trying to do this?
Well, he's just kind of gonna go and Mad Max it. He's just gonna go around the city, see if there's any compatible parts that he found with the schematics, and he's gonna rip it out of the car and like sling him on his back with some duct tape.
Okay, so he's going to steal from civilian cars.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Look, man, if they wanted their car, they could have taken it. That's all I'm saying.
34 on investigation, which is a natural 20. So you see, Jeffrey does take a bit to find some of them, but he's able to find a lot of what he needs pretty quickly. He has to search around. The thing that's causing him the most trouble is finding an engine that is compatible with his non-self-driving car.
Mhm.
It's like that's the biggest issue. And you see he's searching around until it gets to the point where there's like he's searching through parking garages, he's searching through cars on the streets, he's looking through various different places, and he's not finding any of them because he does remember that that engine and some of the other more parts that attach with it is like 80 years old.
he'll take a note of this, and he's gonna create like a mental note in his head. All right, remember to make engine.
All right. So he gets all of his parts. Takes him like a good couple hours. At this point, it's nearing noon. By the time he starts heading back with all of the things that he has taped to his back, kind of floating some of it.
I imagine as I'm walking up to the house, you just hear like a bunch of rumbling of metal.
And Athena hears it first, and Ashley notices Jeffrey belabored heartbeat walking up towards the house, and Arya eventually hears the.
Let's do this.
Oh, Jeffrey's home.
Something heavy.
Eventually, feels the ground above him shaking slightly.
I'm gonna come out. I'm
What
gonna
is
walk
he-
outside with my lemonade, orange slices, sandwiches in hand.
And you see the monster turtle shell of car parts on his back.
Oh.
Open the garage.
Okay.
From remote
You
distance,
see,
click.
you open it, and Arya opens it, and they both go. And it closes because you both opened it.
Click.
Arya, you about to click it, and then it opens. You're like, oh.
Jeffrey is just
does
gonna walk
that?
inside, turn backwards, and flop on the ground.
I like hold Zoe as the ground shakes just for a sec.
I got
Don't
you
worry.
lemonade and
Jeffrey.
orange slices
Oh, thanks.
I walk up to Jeffrey.
and some sandwiches.
And donde diablos did you get all this?
I stole it.
What?
From where exactly?
Oh, you know, cars on the streets. Went through a few parking garages. All the good stuff.
You didn't. But what if those were somebody else's cars?
If they wanted them, they would have taken it. That's.
You have an engine. I think. Is that an engine?
No, that's not a. That's a radiator.
Wait, the car. I'm not gonna get into.
The only thing Arya knows for sure at this point is that one is a tire.
Yeah, I was like, I know this one.
As he's laying on the ground, he'll just like turn his head to the side and drink some lemonade, letting it spill over his face.
But hey, no, that.
Some of it gets in his eye a little bit.
No,
No, this is good though.
no, come here. I'm start feeding it. I'm feed them all in.
So Arya, as you are feeding Jeffrey and start of his energy is starting to return, there's that from Minerva as she appears just outside via her teleportation. She kind of peeks her head around the sides of the garage. Are you all right over there?
Yeah, I just, carried all this stuff. About like, well, I guess 30 miles, something like that.
Why didn't you put it in a truck or something?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. My truck's broken, so.
You could have called and I would have picked you up with Athena's car.
I don't need help. I'm a man.
Yes, a very manly thing to say.
Have more orange
Ambrose
slices.
has portals too.
He's a
30 miles
man.
could literally just be like 5 steps.
He's good.
Also looked kind of cool. You ever see that movie Mad Max? I used to watch that when I was a kid.
You mean Angry Tim?
Oh, that's what it's called. Thank you.
You have more orange slices. Here's a sandwich.
Question. Does Jeffrey seem to have more parts than he actually needs to fix the car? I mean the truck.
Huh? No, I think he got exactly what he needed.
Okay.
Gotcha.
As
that's
he,
that's-
he catches his breath, he's gonna sit up. So, what's up with you, Minerva?
I'm here to collect Aria and Ashley.
We're gonna go see Queen Rose to make sure she's okay.
And I'm gonna start fixing up this bad boy. He slaps the car.
Would you like some help, Jeffrey?
Wait,
Yeah.
He says from behind Arya.
Jesus Christ.
Hello.
God, we talked about this.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I saw that you might need some help. Sorry.
You know what? I could use some help.
I know nothing about cars, but I can hand you things.
That would be great. Yeah, because all I got is like a skateboard, and I'm gonna try to lift the car up with my arm.
Oh. What if you summoned your metal shield to hold up the car?
You know, that's probably a lot smarter. So yeah, I'm gonna do that instead.
I'm here to make smart things sometimes.
All right, well, starting out, you know, we gotta replace these axles at the bottom. I'm gonna do the engine last, because I'm gonna have to make
I'm gonna take Minerva away from this conversation now at this point.
As you're leaving, and Jeffrey and Arugi
I'm
start
gonna
doing
leave
it.
with Arya.
Gotcha. And Jeffrey, go ahead and roll me a dexterity, straight dex, as well as a ingenuity at advantage because then Arugi is helping.
Uh-oh.
So it's a 14 on the dex check.
Oh, with advantage.
And a 27 on ingenuity. So Jeffrey's pretty sure he knows what's wrong, and knows generally what to do, but he has a couple different parts that are quite difficult. He's able to do the brakes, he's able to do the tires, he's able to fix the tail lights, the mirrors, like all that, like using his magnetism and his ability to kind of meld metals together or rip them apart seamlessly. That's no problem. When it gets to the internal parts where the engine is, where the radiator is, where all of those internal systems, and that's when it starts to get difficult, especially when he realizes some of the electrical is fried. In most cars, even yours that doesn't have to drive itself, is basically an electric car to an extent. And then repairing the gas tank, easy for him because he melds the metal back together and make sure everything is working there. But he has a little bit of trouble, and he thinks a couple parts are working, but he's not so sure on a couple. But he's like, I think it's set after like 3 more hours. And, you know, getting closer to dinner time. And Arugi has been helpful and generally like good company and calming presence when things weren't quite working, and swearing, and different oils got on Jeffrey's face a couple times. And they squirted out from various different ports. And then
just a great time.
And you see that now he's onto the engine that is fried currently. That's like the last thing he's got to do.
Oh, jeez. I was really regretting this part, because I'm just going to have to look for a blueprint online, and I'm going to have to try to make the shape, and I hope it works, because, engines like this are hard to come by right around now.
I'll take your word for it.
So I guess that's what he's going to do. He's going to go online. I'm assuming there are collectors like him that would have the schematics for an engine of this kind. But he'll try to get essentially like a 3D printer schematic. And he'll sort of put that on the computer screen, and with one hand he's going to put it behind him near the ground sort of, and he's going to keep his eyes on the screen with a mouse, and he's gonna try to recreate the shape while maneuvering what it looks like versus the thing that's forming on the ground.
Gotcha. Roll me an investigation check to see how accurate of a blueprint he can find first.
Okay. Investigation.
16. It takes him a little bit of time, but he surprisingly finds a 3D schematic of it, to Jeffrey's surprise probably, that his car is old enough to be in a automobile museum. And it seems that there's only like a few versions of this car in Uniforta, let alone of Ardmara.
I'm not even halfway through my lifespan, and I feel old as hell.
Aren't you 100 or so years old technically?
Technically, but time is relative, or whatever that smart guy said.
I feel like time is always weird. It just moves forward.
Yeah, except those times where it doesn't.
And Ricky kind of just looks off and like contemplates that idea for a while while Jeffrey's searching.
What do you say to that? What do you? There's nothing you can say to that.
Oh my god.
So, Jeffrey, you do find it, and you're able
Jeffrey
to
the
do that.
Wise.
Roll me a concentration or focus.
I'm assuming this is an inspired action.
It would be an inspired action. At advantage, because Enarugi is kind of lending you his energy and support.
Okay, here we go.
33.
Okay.
You see, it takes a good 5 to 10 minutes of concentration. Jeffrey has to stop at one point and collect his breath, and then go for it from where he left off at other point. And Enarugi's kind of just helping Jeffrey focus on it as best he can until he thinks he recreated it properly. He thinks.
He'll sort of take a breath, and then he'll walk over and sort of look at top to bottom and kind of just scratch his chin.
Well, it looks right. The only thing we can do now is try to hook it up and see if it runs.
Here, I will help you lift it.
Thanks.
And you put it in, and get it all hooked up, and you see he gets the keys, and...
Moment of truth?
Does he turn it?
He does. He turns his keys.
You hear a...
Yes, baby! That's what I'm talking about!
It stays on. You see that one of the lights in the front, the headlight, seemingly isn't wired up properly, but other than that, it seems to be working.
You know what? This is an achievement. I did something today that
Very good, Jeffrey.
a lot of people are paid to do anyway.
Yes, but it is a personal achievement. And while that does not necessarily change the outcome of the world in front of you, it was something that helped you be proud of your ability. So good job, Jeffrey.
Pats you on the back.
He'll give Enarugi a side hug.
Well, thanks for keeping me sane.
No problems.
Wait, this whole thing is a really big, amazing analogy.
Yep.
Oh fuck!
Absolutely it is.
Wait.
I don't know if Kira and I were reading the
missed
same
it.
side.
Amazing
Oh,
to
no,
hear you ending it on that note of thanks for keeping me sane. Wow.
The car poke is like Jeffrey's mental health for a while. It's where he was doing fine and slowly deteriorating until he 100% crashed, and he repairs it and fixes himself with the help of Enarugi once again.
That was
I
beautiful.
got it.
That's the fucking side episode we need before shit starts hitting the fucking fan. Wow.
All right. With that being said,
He'll
go ahead.
Yeah, he'll take the car for a spin, and I assume at this point many hours have passed. So
Oh yeah, it's like around dinner time. It's like 5 o'clock at this point. But if you could
Yeah,
roll
he'll
me
take
just,
it for a
just roll me a d20.
Okay, cool.
He crashes it again.
The car runs perfectly fine. You see at one point the light, you hit a bump and the light turns on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's 20.
Yeah, with an at 20. So, that being said, you do drive around for a bit. In the meantime, Minerva walks into the house and sees Arya and sees Ashley and Zoe. First thing she says,
And Cortez.
Good morning, Zoe. Hi. Are you here for me again or no? Oh, no, not today, dear. But I'll be back probably tomorrow with the same people you met before. Okay. Has your day been going good so far? She just nods. All right. Well, I have much to help Ashley and Arya with, so I'll talk to you later, all right? Okay. Ashley, Arya, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Ashley, like, pat yourself.
It's better.
Good luck.
Wait.
Yes,
If you two are heading out, who's looking after La Nina?
Athena?
Athena?
He's sitting in the main area this entire time.
Aren't you focused on the book right now, Athena?
Believe would I be done by now?
You kind of like have finished up for the most part of like the
Well, then I
normal.
guess it's up to you, huh, Phantasma? I give him a smile.
This is how he kind of looks at Ashley like, no.
Sorry, so I did the big inspired action thing already at this point.
You finished that, and you've kind of been like just pouring through like a couple pages of the book, but like not as intently as before.
I'll look to Ashley who and just be like, I'll
the
be
check
there as well, actually. I'm done for now.
You got
You see,
lucky
like-
this time, Phantasma.
It's not that hard to just look after a child.
She
It's a
winces.
lot more difficult than you think.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
He just stares at you.
That's a prime example
we-
right there.
We'll be back in a bit anyways.
Mhm.
I say it to Zoe.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Actually, before we go, I'm gonna give Zoe a little hug if she lets me.
She lets you.
We give her a hug goodbye, and then I'm gonna head out.
So how long are both of you intending to stay there?
I'm not sure how long it'll take, but we need Anarugi, and it might be a few hours.
You're Jeffrey and
Well,
Are you
Anaruki's
still
kind of busy right now.
Yeah.
I could bring Inarugi over later if you want to make contact first.
Okay, yeah. I feel
You
like I'm
even
on
know
a good
for
kick
sure
of
where she
saying good
is?
things. No, but I have a good idea.
Well, good luck with that. You have my number, I believe. Well, actually, no, neither of you do.
Mhm.
Here.
No.
gives it to Arya.
Hey, got my nervous phone number. Let's go. I'm gonna spam it.
If you need me or you're ready to have me bring Inarugi over, I can do so at a moment's notice. And when you're ready to leave,
Mhm.
just let me know and I'll be there. Alright?
Thanks, Minerva.
Okay.
Of course. Ladies, hands in, please.
Give my hand to Minerva.
And then with another,
Go team.
you both
You know-
disappear. Go ahead.
Just really quickly, when we make it there, I'm gonna text Jeffrey. Text me when the car is all finished. To know when to bring Anarugi in, so I know they'll be done.
That's fair.
Gotcha. So, you see as you appear on the familiar main, like kind of off on the side, away from people, you see that you appear in Karana. On the sidewalk of one of the main roads, kind of in the downtown land district. And you see it's like, all right, well, I'll see you later.
Thanks.
Thank you, Minerva.
She disappears before he even finishes your sentences. And you two are off.
That's
and
about right. I will first look around to make sure we know where we are, and then I'm gonna pull up my phone and be like, I guess I'll call the manager. Would you mind just looking at the news articles? They showed a building before, but I'm not sure if it's the right one or not.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
And she calls the manager.
And I'm gonna call the manager that I called the other day.
So you both call the manager.
No.
No. She's looking up news articles
Gotcha.
to see the
Okay,
building
I
that's being
misheard Kabuto
reported.
then.
That...
Yes, I thought Kabuto said, well, I call the manager, and then Carolyn go, I call the manager. Like, wait a minute. Hello?
Let's do it at the same time.
See who picks up. All right, so Ashley, call the manager. Kabuto, roll me an investigation check.
What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Investigation.
Investigation, because you're just looking at articles on
Yay!
what the reported place is.
So you see
19 on the door. Let's fucking go.
your call has been automated to or forwarded to an automatic voice
Messaging system.
Voice messaging system.
Okay.
At the tone, leave your name and number, and we'll call you back.
Hey, this is Ashley. We spoke earlier. I'm family to Queen Rose. Just call me back, please. Thanks. And I hang up.
So Ashley, not Scarlet Ash. Family to Queen Rose.
And I leave my voice. I leave my phone number, the same number that they called got called yesterday.
Might confuse them at first. But we see Arya with a 23 investigation, while Ashley has that brief message that she leaves. You see, you search up the most recent news article. There's only one, but there's really no comments on it, other than that she was admitted to a mental hospital in Karana.
That's
That was
fine.
a day ago.
Why don't we head back to the place that we met them last? I'm sure there'll still be
Good.
staff around, and maybe we can ask them some more questions. Kind of let them know that this is urgent and not just some weird people trying to get into contact with Queen Rose.
Also, with the time zone, because it was around, let's see, it was around 3:23 when you guys left. Actually, it was around noon when you guys left. So
I was gonna say it would be earlier.
It'd be 12, it'd be 3 in the morning actually when you guys arrived.
Perfect.
So.
Oops.
So that being said, it's 3 a.m. The city is still pretty lively, all things considering, but not nearly as lively as a full Arvale city in the evenings. So you make your way over there. You find the transport pods easy enough, and you take that familiar journey over to Queen Rose's estate. You see, as you're going over there, there is a light on, only a single light on inside, seemingly, when you get there, and it seems to just be the main light at the front, like at the main entranceway.
Is there like a camera buzzer? I wasn't here when you guys got to meet her.
Yeah.
There's a way to buzz in before, yeah.
I
I'll go to the
buzz.
buzzer.
Oh, you
I
buzz.
let Arya buzz. I don't remember this. But I look
buzz.
into it like, is that a camera? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We should get one of these for the cabin. We never know who's knocking.
You see that?
Well,
you see
you
It's like
do know.
really a lie, though.
All right, go ahead, Arya.
It's like, but you do know. You know, and if you're not there, Ambrose can hear who it is, and then if you're not there, then I mean, like, Athena can mentally know who it is.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
You literally see me as blood right now.
Yeah.
See all that
That's not
conversation?
what-
No one responded.
Yeah. Can I buzz again? Can I buzz this one? Ashley looks worried now.
It is 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
No one would
Maybe
be
they're all
awake.
taking a break. I feel like we can. Maybe it's just us then.
wanna-
but reach
I
our
wanna-
managers at all times of the day.
Try something.
Okay, what you try?
Oh! Do I? Sorry, talking about heartbeat sense. Do I sense anyone in the house?
You sense one person in the house.
Oh, just a singular person. But it's not Queen Rose, obviously, because
Nope.
she's away.
Not Queen Rose.
Is this someone
Singular
that I've met before?
You don't.
Because I
you
would
don't
know their
think so.
blood.
Singular person in the house.
I will tell that to Arya though. I'll be like, well, there is one person. Oh, are they sleeping heartbeat or awake
They seem
heartbeat?
to be awake, and they seem to be a little
Oh.
like. They're definitely not just like lounging or anything. It's like they might have been working, cleaning.
There is someone in there, up and about.
Oh.
Should we knock?
Well, you can't knock on a gate.
Well, we could just go through the gate and you can fly over.
No. No.
Okay.
Last last time I did, the police are immediately called over here.
Ooh, got it.
And like everyone was trying to stop me.
Well, it's just one person, and no one else is sleeping in there. So, and then she'll
But the
buzz it
alarms
again.
could still. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to jump.
No. I mean, you just told me not to. I'm not gonna.
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes you guys do and
Impulsive,
don't.
I guess. Yeah, I know. I want to be like better. In this moment, I want to take care of Queen Rose. Anyways, and then she buzzes it again.
Hello? 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 Who is here?
Hi.
Who's here?
Scarlet Ash.
What do you want?
Can, can we talk? I want to help Queen Rose.
She's not here.
I know she's not here, but I thought if we could talk with someone on her staff, we could
Oh no,
get a nicer way
I'm
to.
just with the cleaning contract. I only come when she is not staying here
What
anymore.
what number did the manager give you for contacting them when you're done cleaning the house?
I don't contact anyone unless they call me and I have a number, but I don't call anyone when the house is done. I just come weekly to make sure everything is fine.
Okay. Sorry. Good luck cleaning.
I'm here because she is no longer in Karana.
Where is she?
Bruh, we weren't here for nothing.
I don't know. I am just a cleaning lady, man.
Okay, cleaning lady, man. Thank
Insight.
you. Good luck. Thank you so much.
Ow.
Thank you. Good night.
Fuck. Okay. Give me one second.
Hearing that, now I'm gonna try and do my thing. Well,
I also want to try and do a thing too.
Alright, Kabul, go ahead. Then we'll
First, because she's been trying to.
Yeah, it's something simple. I just want to see if Queen Rose's phone will pick up if I try and call her.
Right to voicemail.
Yeah, I thought so.
Like it didn't even ring really. It just kind of went right to voicemail. Like it's
This bit, so it
on Do Not
it
Disturb
still
or
has a
something.
voicemail though. It's not out of service.
I'll kind of do the whole.
Wait, was my big
gonna call
message?
her?
Yeah.
I don't have her number. Do you mind handing it over?
Not
I just have her
right
manager.
now.
No. I don't want to call. I just didn't have it.
Maybe later.
Anyways, I have something cooler. Ashley's going to mimic Ambrose and sit down cross-legged in the.
Let's go! Just sits down.
I'm gonna use a heroic action. And I've tried this once before, but I think I failed it. So hopefully I can do it this time. But in this case, it's Desire Demon rather than just a random person. But I want to focus. Get down to that state of meditation I even saw Zoe hit this morning. And see if I can sense the heartbeat and or demon sense my way to figuring out where Queen Rose is currently located on Earth.
Okay. This will be very difficult.
Yeah.
Even with heroic action, it can still there's a good chance of it failing.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried this before and I'm pretty sure it failed the last time I tried this.
Roll me up to you. Probably will go with demonic, but you can roll me a demonic or a faith or religion.
Not a great plus, but we'll see. Okay.
31
okay,
is a pretty good roll. Pretty good roll. It's about as good as
It's
you
a
can
19.
get.
That is a really good roll.
It's only a 31.
But it's a 9.
Roll me just a d4, please.
Just a d4.
Just a d4.
And before I re-roll this, am I allowed to use an inspiration to re-roll if it rolls bad?
I will let you decide after seeing what you roll. But yeah, you could if you wanted to.
Wait.
It's a-
Okay.
well,
I was
remember,
just
it's a-
I wanted to
technically
know.
It's a 30.
I just want to know if it was possible.
It's a 31 plus 7, so that's a 38 actually, with a 2 on the d4. Are you keeping the rolls that you have? Rolling the d4. Are you keeping it?
I'll keep my inspiration for now, because if I need to try something else, I'll at least have.
Okay. So you see that as Ashley sits down, she starts breathing as deep as she can. You see that the tattoos, unbeknownst to Ashley, start to shift slightly on her skin area, and they kind of start to like swirl and bend as she breathes in, and then swirl the other way as she breathes out. As they are kind of searching, and they almost form like that DNA wave that kind of goes, fluctuates downwards of her body and seems to rotate slightly as she is breathing. And you see that she had left probably not that long ago, and you're not so much feeling her heartbeat because she is so far away. You're almost catching the smell of her blood.
Yeah. Demonic.
You see you're breathing it in, and you see that you don't know where she is currently. You see as Ashley opens her eyes, they're pure black.
Can I try something?
Hold on, let me finish first.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I
Just wanted to give you the final clarification. Ari, you see Ashley's eyes open wide, black pupils and sclera. And she looks around, and you can see almost this trail of blood urging you where you want to go. The smell of Queen Rose, Desire Demon. And as you look at your tattoos, and they're still swirling around your body.
Fucking dope. All right, this way.
Ooh, and I'm gonna wait. Do I see the bloodline?
You do not.
I do not. Okay.
But
So
you
I'm
should
just
look at
staring at her
something.
little swirlies.
Or does it feel like I need to concentrate on this to keep it?
It seems like this is currently active for a period of time.
Can I blood mark this scent with an inspired action or no? Okay. So I'm just going. That's fine.
All right. You don't know how long this is gonna last either.
I'm going fast then.
All right. So Ashley immediately gets up
Try
and
to
goes.
do like a. No, I do the whole fucking cool. All right, come on. And then I
You see that
blood
as she
dashing.
says, "Fucking cool." All right, come on. You hear a fucking cool. Come on. This is like Ashley like spooks herself a little bit as like that demonic voice comes out of her right now, and you see that where she kind of follows, there's like this red mist, like particles of blood coming off of her, like her own trail
Oh.
that dissipate.
I'm
after a
blood
little bit.
dashing. I'll kind of do like a whole. Aria, catch up.
It's not flying. I Gucci.
Yeah, you're good because you're flying.
You see that?
I'm not Ian fast.
It
don't
leads
worry.
you back
Yeah.
in towards town. Do you jump all the way there through the woods, or do you quickly get in a pod?
Am I allowed to keep blood dashing through the town, or is the pod faster?
Like Queen Rose's house is like a decent way in the foothills, like probably a good. The pods are like by far faster. The only person they're not faster in is baby Ian.
I'll take a pod.
Okay. You start heading back towards town. You see you change your direction. You see that you're following it, until it leads to a place that is the mental hospital in Karana. But then it moves again. It doesn't stay there.
He's not here. Okay.
And you see that you keep going, you go until you go to the airport.
Well, what's the terminal that she flew out from? So I could see where she went to.
Roll me an investigation check in this case.
Fuck. I'm going to use my point of inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll.
Please.
17, a
Better.
little bit better. So you're looking around, trying to read and try to figure out. You see that the terminal is one that is international. You're able to figure out that pretty quickly.
What's the...
I know. Hold on, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
You're able to find out that it is international, so that narrows it down to what flights could have been going to where from this terminal. And you see that with a 17, you're able to figure out that she went to somewhere in Windell. You believe off the western coast of Windell, southwestern coast.
Aria, can you call Minerva and ask her to take us to Windell?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Should I text her? I'll call her.
Aria's doing the.
Yes, Saria.
Hi. We're just wondering if you could take us to Windell.
I look into the camera.
Oh, I'm doing a phone call. I don't do those fancy schmancy FaceTimes like you youngsters do.
Yes, I can.
You're only 2 years older than me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is Enrugi ready yet?
Not yet. I haven't gotten a text from Jeffrey yet, so I don't think they're finished.
Understood. She appears next to you guys.
Thank you.
Lands in.
Hands.
Are we freaking out everyone at the airport? Listen, I'm not watching that. Never
People
mind.
aren't that bothered. It's Karana. They're pretty chill for the most part. Some people are like,
Yes.
Like heroes doing hero things.
Yes.
yeah. And as well, a couple of them had recently seen you, and you see that you are now in Southern Windell. As you look upon the sprawling streets of a very, very old city, this is essentially what would be like France or Paris of some sort. That is where we'll end for tonight's session.
Yeah, you have us on a countrywide or worldwide.
Worldwide. There you go. She got
Mrs. Worldwide?
Mrs. Worldwide. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for a little bit of the chaos at the beginning of the session, but we will pick up next time. We will not be playing, unfortunately, next week.
Oh,
because Caroline and I will be at a postmodern jukebox concert. So.
All right, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So make sure to go check out the Patreon and see the most recent comic, and then prepare for the 20th to have the next comic go out. But make sure to join us on the Discord on the 11th, around 8 p.m. until around midnight or so, for the PA 2021 awards. I know we're all basically past the point of being like, oh yeah, we're in 2022 now. To jump back into 2021, which should be a lot of fun, and there's always some crazy stuff. And a big thanks to Poke for helping me out with a bunch of really cool things already. So,
heck yeah.
That being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for playing. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.